I'm just tweeting the link and stuff out. Streaming.flow, the update how should I word this? For some reason, it was updated recently, so let's check that out, I guess. I'm gonna post the same thing on Facebook. So, like, the 5 people that follow me on Facebook will be like, oh, wow, and then maybe 2 of them will click on it. You gotta be as thorough as possible with the social media outlets. Streaming.flow. Oh, crap, and I gotta find the link again. I gotta make sure that link works. Last thing I want is to, like, post a dead link. How's the audio, by the way? Am I too quiet, or is the game too quiet? Is everything balanced? Share now. You turn me up a bit. I think I should turn the music down a bit, because I feel like the audio levels I'm reading, I'm just about as green as I can get before going yellow. The game was like a bit loud though, so I turned the game down. How's that? Actually, I'm gonna turn that down a little lower. Okay, that should be good. How's that sound? Actually, I'm just gonna listen myself. Actually, I'm gonna turn that down a little lower. Okay, that should be good. How's that sound? Actually, I'm just gonna listen myself. Okay, that should be fine. Now the game sounds too quiet. God damn it. This is why I don't do live content, because I don't know what I'm doing. Okay, I'm going to turn my mic up a bit then. I'll turn both me up and the game. Okay, so that's me louder. And there's the game louder. Oh, that's too loud though. Oh, maybe that's good. Does this sound fine? I don't know how to do live streams, man. This is why I never do it. You don't hear anything. What do you mean you don't hear anything? Oh, okay. Don't mess with me again. Don't do that to me. I'm trying my best, guys. Please don't screw with me yet. One time I had one guy being like, there's audio problems, and there wasn't any, and I spent like 10 minutes trying to figure out the solution to a problem that didn't exist. Ah! But now, I am aware that people are evil and want to sabotage my live streams, but this time it will not happen. Okay, what's up, everybody? They made an update to .flow for some reason. Well, I say they. I think LOL is like one man. LOL made an update to this. It's so strange seeing updates to this thing. There's been a couple over the years. Let me try and find the history log. .flow Yume Niki Wiki. So if you search .flow, you don't get it, which is really annoying. Such an obtuse title. I know the last one was like in 2015, I think. 2014. So this was last updated 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. This was last updated 5 years ago. It's so weird that he was still doing updates well into 2014. This thing came out in 2009. This is a 10-year-old game this year. And 10 years later, he's still doing updates, apparently. That's so bizarre. I don't think he added like a whole lot. I mean, I don't even know what he updated in the previous one, which I don't even think I played. But it's been a long time since I played this game. I don't think I played this since, God, I don't think I played this since I, like, reviewed it back in, like, 2014. When was that? Ages ago. I think that was the first video I made after I got braces. So it's, like, back when I first got braces. Like, that's how long ago it was. But yeah. Forgive me if I don't know my way around this game. Because again, Yume Nikki games, I've played so many of them at this point that they kind of blend together. And it gets a little bit difficult to remember which games have what areas that intertwine in certain ways. So apologies if I'm having a hard time navigating the world. Feel free to help me. This is a brand new game because I just downloaded a new update. Figured I'd do a fresh save file. I know the first thing I want to find is the broom. Yeah, all I know about this update is that there's new areas, multiple, more than one. I don't know how significant or large they are, but they're accessed through the snow world. I don't remember how to get to the snow world, but we're gonna try and figure things out. I might look and see. That's you can tell it's been a long time because I went to the bed instead of the computer. I, I always forget this was the one you go in the computer because it's like the virtual world instead of the dream world. So I'm gonna want to get the broom, which I know you get in the Famicom world. That's all I remember. I don't remember how to get there. You got to get there through like apartment buildings, which, God, I don't know. Is it through the eyeball world? I don't even remember what the 4 worlds you start at from the Nexus are. One guy says, "Why even bother updating it?" I don't know. It's so weird. But that's what's interesting about like indie games that are made for free is because you can tell they're made by people that just like care about making a cool thing rather than like having any sort of like monetary influence. There's no like company pushing like you gotta do this so we can make money. It's like, no, this guy just made it because he wanted to. So I guess he just updated it because he wanted to, you know. He just felt like, hey, I'm just gonna add some stuff to this thing that people still care about, apparently. You know, maybe it might have been in a celebration of like 10 years, because again, this game does turn 10 this year, which is pretty crazy. That like, I thought it was nuts that Yuminiki is 15. This game is 10 years old. This is like the OG original Yuminiki fan game that was like popular and celebrated and like had a really unique identity of its own, like how it kind of pushed like the more you know, obvious horror aspects, like the body horror stuff. Like, you got like just eyeballs and stuff, and that was stuff you did see in Yuminiki, but like it's just kind of pushed to like a much more exaggerated degree here. Before Tuki, well, I don't know if it was before Tuki, but Tuki was like, if you made Tuki did come out before this, it was in like way earlier, like less playable stages. I'm pretty sure. Play Mario next. Play Mario. Brady. Oh, Brady, you're not a mod. Oh, you must be on a different account. I almost clicked put him in timeout. There you go. I modded you, Brady. Brady, if people start, I need you to do me a favor, Brady. Also, Vec, any mods, if there's trolls in here trying to tell me that there's issues with my audio's fine, please ban them, because there was one time where someone said I had audio issues and they were trolling me, and I spent like 10 minutes trying to figure out a solution to a problem that wasn't there, and it was awful and ruined the stream. So I'm not dealing with that anymore. I know this brings me somewhere. I don't remember how to get to the apartments. Is this the way to the apartments? Anybody, again, feel free, because it's been so long I don't know my way around this game anymore. If anybody wants to kind of like remind me of how to get to places, that would be great. I'm trying to get the broom right now. This is definitely not the way to the apartments. I know this thing like kills you. Well, that kills you, it's like stabs you and brings you somewhere else. This brings me to like the flower world, doesn't it? I don't even know. Oh, my memory's so rusty. little dot flow joke for you there. Yeah, this is not where I need to be. I'm gonna wake up and start over. YouTube Premium gives me free super chat. Take it. Oh, thank you. That's cool. So that must be like a Twitch Prime. Again, I go in the bed. That must be like Twitch Prime or like Amazon Prime. You get a free Twitch thing. So yeah, thank you. Appreciate you just kind of throwing that my way. I mean, if you have it, you may as well use it, right? Okay, apartments. I know I got to go to the apartments. I don't remember. Anybody remember where to get to the apartments? It's definitely not here. Play Punky Skunk after Mario. Oh, this might be it. I just know it's not. I just know it's not the like the neon world. It's one of the other three. Left. Pole world, snow world. Oh, I don't know how to get to the pole world. You get to the pole world from one of the base worlds in the Nexus. I know that. See, I want to get the broom first. So I want to get to the apartments, because I know you get to the Famicom world from there. I don't know. Yo, thanks for the donation. Love your content, man. If I read that as fart, because I'm an idiot. I got fan art. Where do you send it? Either email it to me, or just tweet it at me. I'll probably see it if you tweet it at me. This is not where I want to be. I know you can find, Sabitsuki's friend, the, diver dude. I forget his name. I don't know why I don't know his name. Okay. The pole world is left from the entrance. So that is one of the 4 main worlds. Okay. I must be thinking of a different fan game. I think I'm thinking Yume Nishi has, like... No, I'm thinking Yume Tuki has, like, a pole, like, Streetlights world. I don't know. What would my rapper name be? It would be Gopher Smash. I don't know, one day I was playing Whack-A-Mole at, like, an arcade, and I was thinking, like... I'm just smashing gophers. Gopher Smash. There's a name for, like, if you're an artist. If you're, like, a band or something. Is that what I want? People are saying left. Oh, left in the Nexus, not left from the door in here. Okay. Again, there's a... I say again, it's the first time I brought this up this stream. There's, like, stream delay. So, I'm going to be seeing your chat, like, a little after what you're... There it is. There's the apartment world. Okay, I got it. I believe this goes to the apartment world. But yeah, like, there's stream delay, so, like, I'm gonna be seeing your chat a little after what you think I'm seeing it at, if that makes sense. I'm bad at explaining things. Oh, excuse me. Give us some bars, Gopher Smash. Oh, no. Thank you for the donation. Recently, my friends and I were making fun of Starbomb. Like, Brady and I were making fun of Starbomb. We're like, every Starbomb song is like, and Luigi was there, and he's sucking a dick, and Mario's got his face, and Princess Peach's tits. That's like, it's just like, what if Mario but sex is like every Starbomb song I've ever heard? Anyway, hey, there's the snow world, I think. That door doesn't open. Oh, you gotta, like, chainsaw that door, don't you? There's some door you gotta open with the chainsaw. It might be, like, an elevator somewhere. Oh, this eyeball. I remember this thing. I don't know if you can interact with that in any way, but I remember that thing, like, spooking me. Screeping me out. I like this guy. Wink, wink. Oh, a little reference to, QQ-kun there on the wall. Okay, I think this is the way... Yes, it's coming back to me now. I think there's some Kaibutsu here that I need to dodge. But I believe this is the way of the Famicom world. And then once we got the broom, then we're in business. We can stop hearing Sabitsuki's irritating, squishy footsteps. And we can go much faster. Gopher Smash is the Dark Souls of parody rap songs. God, what would I... Like, if I were, like, one of those... YouTube rappers, like, what would I parody? Probably just Yume games, RPG Maker games, and platformers, I guess, like the genres I still stick to. This brings me to the Famicom world, doesn't it? Yes, okay. I was right. Yeah, this game got updated recently. This is the first time in 5 years the game was updated. They added a couple of new areas. I don't really know how to get there, so I'm gonna try my best to find it. I just know you access them from the snow world. I don't know how to get to the snow world. No, it's the wrong way! Okay. Gimme. Yeah. Oh, it's not like Yume where they have, like, the unique menus for the FC world. I thought that was really cool that Yume did that. Oh my god, Brady. Brady, I'm not destroying everybody's ears on this stream. Brady and I have, like, this inside joke where, like, when we're in a Discord call and someone asks, like, to get their groceries bagged, Brady just, like, starts ruffling a grocery bag in the microphone and just destroys everybody's ears. Like, this idea of this, like, grocery man being, like, way too loud is just way too funny to us for some reason. Yo, thank you for the $20 donation. Hi, it's your daily stalker here. Oh, please don't call yourself that, man. That's a strange thing to be. I was wondering if you had any interest in reviewing Mario RPG games. I know you prefer platformers, but still it'd be interesting. Also, this is my first time donating to anybody, so yeah. Oh, thank you, dude. It's very flattering that, like, first time you donate it, you give it to a dipshit like me. But, thank you. No, I don't really have any, current interest in reviewing the Mario RPGs. I don't know, I feel like if I reviewed the original Mario RPG, like, everybody would hate me for it, because I don't think that game's, like, that great. It's, like, fine, but I think it's, like, kind of... I don't think it, like, comes close to holding a candle to, like, the first 2 Paper Mario games, or the first 3 Mario and Luigi's. But, no, like, I don't really have that much interest in reviewing RPGs, period. Like, I like RPG Maker games because they're, like, you know, weird little games that's, like, anybody can just grab RPG Maker and make a cool thing in it, which is why I like RPG Maker. But that doesn't necessarily mean I like RPGs, if that makes sense. I know that is, like, kind of, like, misleading when, you know, it has RPG in the name, but, yeah, I want to do a bunch of platformers in a row soon. Well, actually, I've been kind of, like, getting less into just straight-up platformers. A lot of what I've been doing lately is more, like, just adventure games. Like, right now I'm working on a video for Jet Force Gemini. That's not really a platformer. It's more like a third-person action game. Is that the one that you got a chainsaw open? I think it is. But after Jet Force Gemini, I'm going to be doing something I wanted to review for a long time. But that's a secret right now. You'll have to watch the Jet Force Gemini video to find out. Oh, I remember when I first played this, I could not figure out how to get to, like, the other side of this bench. Because there's, like, this really obtuse way of getting there. I know that brings you somewhere. Oh, it's a one-way trip. Great. Okay, now that I have the broom, does anybody want to, like, remind me how to get to the snow world? Oh, that's an effect right there. Dharma. I ain't got no limbs. I remember that one. No, that's the game instructions! That's not what I wanted. Okay. I almost did it again. Oh, I'm so used to scrolling down, because I forgot, dot flow actually makes it so the broom is always the first option, because it's the most used effect. Which is a really good decision. While Yumeniki, like, it's still, you gotta scroll down to it every time, and it keeps changing. Which really sucks if you're playing the game in Japanese and you can't remember, like, what characters spell out broom. So it's like, you just aimlessly scrolling through and trying to find it every time. God, that was awful. There's a door. Oh, I'm just back here. Okay. You missed my RPG Maker game reviews? Well, I did one, like, sort of recently. What was the last RPG Maker game I reviewed? Was it, Horror Veil? I did a review on that. Actually, I'm gonna open my video manager because I'm curious, like, I think it has been a bit. There just hasn't been, like, a whole lot in RPG Maker. Oh, I reviewed, Escaped Chasm, just, last month. That was kind of recent. Ugh. Really recent-ish. I'm gonna pop out the chat so I can see more of it. There we go. Oh, this is different. These guys didn't look like this before, I don't think. Am I misremembering, or is this different? I mean, if it is different, it could have been from, like, the previous update, because I don't think I played that one either. But that might be a thing that's different. I think there's, like, a couple of minor changes the guy would have made. Oh, there's the loopy Dr. Man. Doesn't do anything. I know he stops being, like, loopy and gets, like, all scared if you, like, kill his assistant. But I don't have the chainsaw yet. Not the chainsaw. That's Yumetuki. You get the chainsaw. Yeah, you get, like, the steel pipe in this game. You had a nightmare after watching Marble Hornets? Man, I used to watch Marble Hornets, like, back when that was brand new. Back before Slender Man was, like, for 12-year-olds. I was crazy into Marble Hornets. Like, I loved, like, ARG stuff like that. I even followed, like, the Ben Drowned Majora's Mask creepypasta when that was, like, brand new. That was, like, That was so much fun when that thing first came out. And that was also like when I was probably in my first or second year of high school, and I was like playing Majora's Mask for the first time like in its entirety, because I only ever played it at like my cousin's house, or I watched like the big kids at daycare play it when I was in like grade 2. That's something I bring up in the Jet Force Gemini video. It's like another game I used to watch the big kids play. Oh, there's I think the gun's in that. I'm just trying to think, because I can't remember where anything in this game is. I don't even know where this goes. Oh, I remember where this goes now. This goes to like the really like unsettling area where all the children are like sickly and dying, and then you go in the elevator down. Oh no. Oh, this part scared the butthole out of my ass when I first played this. Like, it's just so unsettling. Or like it looks kind of rusty, but it's like, wait, is that blood or rust? You can't tell until like and then the music just gets like more intense. Like, it's just more like, it's like this hammering sensation. Now each note feels like it's being like really thrown at you, much louder and harder. Oh, I think there's like a glitch you can do in here, or was it fixed? Oh, we might have fixed it. There's like a glitch in one of these rooms. You can like go out of bounds. Because like one of those, maybe it's that one. Yeah, I guess it is that one. It's supposed to be like you, but like in the bed. I guess that is the room. Maybe you must have patched that tile that you could go through before. But yeah, that's supposed to be you, and under certain circumstances, you come back here, and they're like more like decayed and sickly, which is really interesting. It's like, I'm sure there's supposed to be some parallel to like Savitski's like real actual life with that one. Oh, now I'm in this world, which this is like the one world I hate. This is one of the two worlds I can never find my way through. It's this one and like the neon colorful world, where you like just keep going and going. You gotta like trying to, I don't know if you know what I'm talking about, but where do you get to the snow world? Apologies if somebody said it and I didn't read it. I've been trying to pay attention to the chat, but I'm also trying to watch the game. I'm trying to play the game too. It's difficult to do both. Oh, I guess I'm going this way. Oh, I guess I thought that was gonna bring me to like a brand new spot, but I guess not. Oh, plant, cool. Nope, not. Okay. There's like a lot of snow-looking stuff here. Maybe you get to the snow world from here. Yumituki Flesh Road World is the best, worst thing ever. Is that the one where like you can find your own disembodied head that's got like a hollowed out face, and you go into it and there's like a world in there? That is like the freakiest thing I think in like any. I think Yumituki has some of like the scariest shit in any of the Yuminiki fan games that I've played. Especially like that pitch dark room in the museum where like you got the lantern and you can see like this creepy vibrating face on the wall. That messed me up. Oh man. I hated that. And the worst part is it doesn't do anything. It's just there. Like, it serves no purpose other than just to scare you. Oh, that's a guy. Ooh, menu type flower. Like the flower menu. Doesn't look too much different, but it certainly is at least a little different. One Shot is becoming really popular, and you suspect it's because of my videos. Didn't like Markiplier play it. if Mark, I think he played it, it's probably because of that, honestly. The guy's a little bit more influential than I am. I think a couple of people that are a lot bigger than me like played it. Maybe not like reviewed it, but like let's played it or whatever. But I'm glad it's getting popular. It's a good ass game. This is just back where I was, isn't it? Yeah. God, I don't even know. Again, this is like I don't like this world because it looks too samey. It's hard to navigate. Oh, this is new. Okay. And you do nothing. Okay. Yo, thank you for the donation, dude. Your stuff helped me through tough times. I'm glad to hear that. People tell me that sometimes, and like I don't. That's like crazy to me. Like I'm just a fucking idiot. It's weird knowing that like the stuff I make, people watch it and they're like, this is good. Like to the point where like, I don't know. But I appreciate that a lot. It means a lot to me. What is this thing supposed to be? It's like a trees, like it looks like a manta ray. I guess it's some sort of plant. Oh. You need like the pipe, I think, to do something with that. I don't know if it's for an effect, but okay, well, I'm going to go on the guide and type in Snow World. Snow World. It can be reached from the apartments. Oh. So that world that I went to before, I think, was the Snow World. Well, I gotta get there again now. Dang. What is new so far? I've not got to the new stuff yet. You gotta get there from the Snow World, which is where I'm gonna go now. I'm gonna wake up. Just go back to the Nexus so I can get there faster. Okay. I actually know how to get there this time. Oh, right, I think I was going to go back there, but I wanted to get the broom first. Because I had to go through there to get to the Famicom world. Okay. GameFAQs. Would there even be, like, walkthroughs for Yuminiki fan games on GameFAQs? I don't think there would be. Like, you gotta use the wikis for this stuff. In, like, the same way that, like, you don't use GameFAQs for, like, Dark Souls. You use the wiki. Same thing with the fan games. Yo, thank you for the donation. You're a huge inspiration, and you're hilarious. Thank you. Glad you think that. I'm very flattered. Dude, I was at Tim Hortons today, and I was waiting for my order. I was just getting, like, a chicken wrap and a small coffee. And the freaking dude at the counter was talking to his friend. He's like, yo, that guy's like a YouTuber. And I was like, what? And I said, like, yo, y'all talk about me? And he's like, yeah, dude, you're like a big YouTuber. I was like, dude, I ain't shit. I'm small fry. He's like, yeah, you got like he thought I had like 300,000 subscribers. I was like, no, I don't have that much. I don't think he's like ever watched my stuff. I think he just sees my face and is recommended, which is weird. That I kind of never thought about that there's probably a lot more people that have just seen my face like in recommended videos. Like, cause I just like assume like, oh, 170K, that's like the amount of people who know about me, but it's probably a bit more than that, which is also kind of scary because like, imagine people that like don't want to see my videos and they have to see my stupid ugly face in their feed all the time. They probably want to like punch me in the mouth. Like I remember somebody sent me like some Reddit thread about like underrated YouTubers is like a while ago, and there's some people saying some nice stuff, but then there's like one guy who's like, I hate that he makes the same face in every thumbnail. He's such a fucking punchable face. I was like, oh, this guy wants to fight me. I think I already messed up. I think I wasn't supposed to hit that flower. Let's see what happens if I go back in here. This is a whole new spot entirely. I don't think that is like... I don't know if that's where I was supposed to go or not. But yeah, like ever since then, I've been like trying to make different faces and thumbnails. It's like difficult though. I'm just back where I was. It's like difficult because it's like, what face do I make for this, right? I try to make like an expression that matches the game to an extent, or like kind of conveys how like I don't know, I feel about looking at the character. It's like once you make like 5 videos, it's like, crap, I already used all the faces. No, what do I do now? Okay, let's go back to that same area, but not touch the flower and see if there's something else I can find. I think it was like up left. It didn't take me long to find it last time, but I think I just got lucky. Oh, there's the pipe effect. There we go. I could do the Markiplier MatPat style, obnoxiously change my expressions with the liquefy effect. Oh my god. I cannot stand that. I mean, it's one thing to do it to yourself, and it's like, I'm making myself look real silly and wacky. But what I hate those, like, drama channels that's like, the pro Jared drama, the story you never knew, and they fuck up, like, his face in Photoshop. That shit is really annoying. I hate seeing that stuff. Yo, thanks for the donation. What's the word? Oh, epic. That was it. Yeah, dude. This guy knows what's up. As a mod on the Yume Nikki Amino, I made sure it went straight up there for everybody. Love your stuff. Thank you, dude. Appreciate that. Thank you for the donation. Thank you for the donation. That's a hard phrase to jump out of the mouth. That's a weird way of wording that. I think your face is nice. Thank you. Appreciate that. I think my face is pretty okay. But I mean, it's I don't know, it's kind of a weird thing to evaluate your own face. It's kind of something that like other people got to do for you. I mean, I've looked at it every day in the mirror for like the past bajillion years, right? It's one thing that I'm just kind of used to seeing and don't have much opinion on. Is this just back? No, that's the flower. I'm not touching the flower. There's got to be something else here. That's the door I came through, right? Let's just double check that. Yes, okay. Oh, maybe this is it. Nope, that's the dress effect. Okay. Maybe one of these is it. That's nothing. Oh, maybe it looks like nothing, but there's something else. There's nothing there. Nope. Go down the stairs? What stairs? Gotta be something here. Oh, is that it? No, this is an old area. I think. Wait. I don't know if I recognize this. Is this the new area? I really don't think I recognize this. Anybody in the chat know if this is new? Whoa. What is that? People are saying it's new. Yeah, this must be new. I definitely don't remember this. I love stuff like this where it's like... And this is something you can only do in 2D games, where you can, like, just get the camera barely over, like, just enough to wonder what they're doing, but not enough to see what it is. I love stuff like that. It's like, what is happening? I want to go over there, but you can't. Ugh. Oh, what the fuck? Is that a dead man? He's still standing. Well, let's beat this guy with a pipe and see what happens. Whoa! What? What? Is that a glitch or is that just a freaky thing? I just realized when I go back into my memory of your videos, you're wearing plaid shirts. Nothing bad about it, just saying. Thanks? I wear a lot of plaid shirts in my videos. I just like flannel shirts. That's just what I wear when it's colder. Like in the colder seasons, I usually wear a plaid overshirt just because it's cold. But like in the summer, I usually just wear a t-shirt. So I don't know what the deal with that guy looking dead was. He looks less dead now that he's dead than he did look dead when he was alive. Oh! Ah! What the fuck? This is something. Oh, fuck me. That is unsettling. There are 3 things I can probably do here, and I don't. What's gonna happen? Okay, I'm gonna. Should I turn off the TV first, or should I try to interact with that dead-looking thing? Like on the ground, not the man in the tub. What is he supposed to be? Which Yuminiki fan games your favorite? Mine's .flow. Mine's probably .flow too. .flow or Yume2ki. I love those two. Dead thing. Dead guy. People are saying dead thing. Okay. Black hoodie. Oh! They changed where the black hoodie effect is. That used to be in like one of the alleyways, I think. When I do the animation, oh, everything stops. Turn the TV off. Okay, can I do something to you? Can I? He doesn't do anything. I kind of expected he wouldn't do anything, but you can never be too sure. Okay. I can't kill him. I can't hurt him. Oh god, that is... Jesus Christ. That is really cool. That is terrifying. That's a good addition. I like that a lot. Okay. Well then, let's see what else. Let's see what else there is here. I hope there's more like terrifying stuff like that, because I love just... it's so... That's one thing I think is cool about updating a game. It's like, you think you know it all. You think like a game kind of stops being scary once you know everything that happens in it. But then they add stuff, and then it becomes scary again, because now you don't know what to expect, right? Is there an effect that lets you go over water? Like the fairy effect, right? I don't have that. Anybody remember which effects you can use to get over water? Because I should probably come back here when I find one. I know the fairy effect does, but is there anything else? Am I going to do a revisit review on this? Maybe someday. Because I mean, my old .flow video is like old and kind of bad, and like... I got like braces, and like I don't speak super well because of it, and like I think the footage doesn't look super crisp. Fairy is from 2ki. God, I really am getting these games mixed up. What effect do you need to get over water? Spacesuit is also from Yume2ki. Ghost effect. Oh, where do you get the ghost effect? I don't even remember. Like ever more Yuminiki fan games? I think it's been a while. I haven't really found many that really stuck out to me as something worth like talking about. I know there's like a shit ton. Maybe eventually. So I kind of like doing those like trio packs where you kind of do 3 in 1. From the ghost. Well, I kind of figured it's from a ghost, but I mean, where's the ghost? Try Dharma, that's not gonna work. It just turns me to a doll that like falls over. There's those bathtubs again. Ooh, there is something else here. Oh, I think this is also new. It's supposed to be like a homeless person? Huh. Looks like they got like a cigarette or something. It's in here. Whoa, that's... That is interesting. What is that supposed to be? A giant potted plant that got shattered, but this looks like a hospital room. Might be like a patient that turned into a flower or something. Because, you know, that's like a, you know, flower people. Someone says it looks like a bleeding vase. Oh, that looks like dirt to me, like soil. But it could be blood, could be... What's that, like, flickering thing at the bottom left, though? That's what I want to know. Oh, can I break that glass? I can't. Damn it. That would have been cool. Oh, I think that's supposed to be little Sabitsuki. Just like in the hospital I was at earlier. So this might be like another part of her life that like LOL added in. Okay, next door. Oh, that straight up is Sabitsuki. Oh, is this like stages of her life when she was like contained? So, what if that first thing... What if like the red thing at the bottom left is like her, like she was like... Oh, I see some peach thing, and I think it's supposed to be like a fetus. Apologies for anybody that finds this kind of like fucking gross, but I think that's what's supposed to be. I think that was like some sort of fucked up C-section in like this plant thing. Dude, yo, Sabitsuki's a fucking Pikmin. She's like a little plant dude. Oh, excuse me. It's in door number 4. Music stops. That's not good. Hello? So that's Sabitsuki at her computer, and there's a Kaibusa with a pipe there. I had to, like, press the Z key to get through that, though. But if I equip the iron pipe... Nothing. What if I equip the black hoodie? Because you got that on the way here. I feel like the moving of this effect is significant in some way. Like I have to wear this or something. You might have just changed it for like you felt like it though. Yeah, it does that again. That's interesting. So that's definitely supposed to be multiple stages of her life. Where's the room? Room's over here. Wait, so she's on the computer. Game freeze? What if I wake up in that room? So, what if this here was like the last stage of her life, and right before she was like killed, she actually logged all of her memories in that computer? What if that's what .flow is? Like, what if she's not alive this whole time? What if, like, that computer is just, like, something like that? I mean, that doesn't explain why you can, like, walk around the real world, but that might be, like, more metaphorical than, like, you kind of originally think. Something like that. I don't know. Yo, NitroRad, will you make an update video on the new update? Is there something worthwhile? Thank you, dude. Appreciate that. Not right now. I mean, like... I couldn't warrant making an entire video, like, sitting down, spending a week producing a video just because, like, the guy added a couple of new rooms. Like, I don't think that has, like, if I ever, like I said earlier, if I ever, like, remade my video in .flow, which I might do sometime because it's kind of like an old shitty video, I definitely would, like, mention all this stuff and, like, kind of try and break it down, but, you know. But yeah, I think there's definitely, like... LOL is trying to say something with these 4 rooms, for sure. Something about, like, what Sabitsuki really actually is. Some sort of, like, plant life person. I mean, that would explain, like, that plant area with all, like, the plant people. What if, like, that's what Sabitsuki is? Like, that looks like a pile of gore with, like, a little speck in it, and that speck's probably her. Which, like, under normal circumstances, the human would die. But, I mean, if she's, like, this plant hybrid, like, mutant thing, what if she just grows like a plant instead? I don't know. Let's look at the other rooms again. Yeah, that's her. Looking small. Somebody at a table. Who's that supposed to be at the table, though? Is that maybe her adoptive mother? Or no, you know what? She's wearing the same kind of gown, so that's probably, like, another patient. Actually, what if that other patient is... What was the diver's name? Oreiko? Is that it? Oreiko? What if that's supposed to be her? Doesn't Oreiko wear a gown like that? I don't know. And then that's her. So what is she doing here? What are these bottles? Is that supposed to be, like... the liquor? Is she getting slanted over here? Is she getting... tilted? Or is she like an alcoholic or something? I don't know. Or maybe those bottles, they kind of look like batteries. She's a robot. She's got to be powered with batteries. No, that's not it. Maybe they could be candles. She's doing some sort of like... Oh, but then what's the thing in the middle? Maybe it's like, I don't know, it seems like there's blotches of something spilt. It could be blood. I think in the middle could be vomit. I don't know. Greetings from Finland. First time watching you stream. A long-time fan. Your videos make me smile and endure Finnish weather. Thank you, dude. Appreciate that. What's the worst fan game I've played? There was one I played because it was referenced in Yume Tuki, and I thought the sprites were too, like, small and kind of, like, ugly looking. I don't remember what it was called. But I think I mentioned it in that game. Booze and pills, somebody says. That's probably it. Yeah. I mean, that's kind of like the... Oh, what? She's going through tough times. Alcohol... I don't know. This seems kind of, like, basic to me. So I try to, like, give it the benefit of the doubt and try to think more of it than that. Like, what else it could be. Or, you know what? It probably doesn't matter. Like, all this needs to communicate is that she's going through a rough time. And she's dealing with it in a pretty awful way. So, like, whatever you interpret those things at, it's just supposed to be that. Okay, and then final door is the Kaibutsu about to kill her, and she's on the computer. Yeah, I don't know. Oh. She's actually taking a drag from that now. Let's beat you up. Yeah, nothing. So I wonder what the significance of that person there is, if there is anything. I don't know. Is there anything else here? No, that seems to be it. Okay. So I'm wondering what is past that water bit. I already checked the left, didn't I? Yeah, I did. Where was it? It was like up and then left, I think. Yeah, there's got to be something over there. So somebody said the ghost effect. I don't know if that lets you float over... I don't even know if there is an effect in this game that lets you float over water. Because I was thinking the fairy effect, but like someone said that's Tuki, and that's right. The significance is that she's a reappearing character who first appears on the edge of a cliff from an update in 1.92. Check the room with the girl again. After that, I've killed like the smoking-looking girl. Okay, let's see. Sabitsuki lost a brother or sister because the mother used to smoke. That's the point of the lady smoking there. So you think that's supposed to be your mother? There she is again. So why'd you want me to check the room with the girl again? Do you want me to see if, like, she would disappear after? The thing is, she's got, like, blue-looking hair. And she here's got, like, black hair. I'm gonna beat her up again. Oh, that's the... Oh. Okay, the game just lagged, I guess. Weird. Okay, then we'll go back. See, I don't know if the ghost actually makes you float. I think it only makes you, like, transparent, so enemies can't see you. I don't know if you can actually float over stuff. Yeah, she's still there. Okay. But she just reappears. That's interesting. I don't think NPCs typically do that. Somebody was saying that she also makes an appearance in the previous update, which is interesting because I know there's like a bunch of rooms that added in the previous one with some like characters and stuff. I'm gonna look through the effects list and see if there's anything effects. As I really don't remember. Ghost. Allows her to become invisible. Yeah, that's what I thought. Yeah, it doesn't make it so she can levitate over stuff. It just makes her invisible. I don't think there's... Oh, diving helmet. Maybe that lets you go in water. Nope. I don't think there's anything in this game that lets you do that. So maybe that's... There might be no significance to that bit over here. Yeah, that's just probably nothing over there, I guess. I thought there was an effect that lets you kind of go over that, but I was thinking other games, so guess not. There's this dude and this dude. After I go to the stairs, can I go more to the right? I don't know what stairs you're talking about. And there's this over here. What are the significance of these guys in black? Because clearly they're running the place. Like they're just kind of sitting around. And there's this guy who's like dead, but is like not dead if I'm carrying the pipe. What if I carry something else? Yeah, no, it's just the pipe. Weird how that is. Yeah, then there's this guy again. That is freaky. He's got like a big like file for a head. Ooh. Can I kill him with a pipe? No, I tried killing him with a pipe. Didn't do anything. The guys in black are also seen in the second room of the White Hospital, just chilling. Yeah, I noticed that, and I was thinking, like, are those guys new? So, like, the hospital is definitely, like, another part of Sabitsuki's life where she was, like, being cared for there. So, if, like, those guys are overseeing that, they might be some organization that kind of, like, led to the conception of Sabitsuki, maybe. Like, as, like, a mutant girl thing. But yeah, I think that's it for the whole new area. Does anybody know if there's anything else? Are these the stairs you're talking about when you wanted me to go right? I don't know. Here. Go behind the cult meeting and use the gun. I don't have the gun. I don't remember how to get it. But... Oh, you mean like when I'm by those barrels and there's like the chainsaw maid and the three guys there? Do you know if something happens if I use a gun, or is that just like a suggestion? Because I could try and do that. I could go get the gun and then just like fire it off. Like, do they hear you? And oh, I just noticed she like, you see a little, you see your breath. Cool. Something does happen. Okay. So, I'm gonna go. Where's the gun? Where's the gun? Handgun. It is in the town. I gotta go to the apartments Cloud World. Or I could go to the Snow World, then Illusionary Corridors? The frick is that? Oh, the frickin' plant area. Okay, and then back ward. Wait, and then hospital. I gotta go to the hospital. Hole from the hospital. Let's try the other way. Cloud World. What's the Cloud World? Oh yeah, okay. That I know how to get there. Okay, and then reverse apartments. And the sugar hole. Sugar hole. I know how to get there. The hole from the sugar hole. Okay, I can do that. Where was I? Yeah, so I'm in the apartments. So I gotta go to... I already forget, I'm an idiot. Oh, the Cloud World, yeah. Getting all the effects doesn't do anything? Well, you need all the effects to get the ending. Because once you get all the effects, you can start getting the like the blank text boxes. You need all 3 of those. Or you can just like get like one of the endings when you have all the effects. So there's like multiple. XD. So I think I go... I'm surprised that pylon's still there. Usually pylons are meant to represent areas of the game that are, you know, under construction, not finished yet. Well, this is like a pretty late update. Can I use the pipe here? Is this where you gotta go? No, that's not where I want to go. Okay, I had to go to... Where was it? Sugar hole, then hole. I have to find an area called hole from here. Oh, excuse me. Is it this way? Oh, I think it's here. It's like in one of these alleys, isn't it? I don't remember this. I'm pretty sure it's like here, isn't it? You gotta use the armor to go under it, I think. No. I could have swore it was back there. Maybe it is the other way. Okay, let's go this way. I don't remember this at all. This might have been added in like the previous update. Unless I just don't remember it. Cat gets you under. Oh. Ah! That's a freaky dude. You tweeted fan art for me on Twitter. Thank you. I'll check that out once I'm done this. Oh, is that it? Handgun. Boom. So it wasn't the way I thought it was. This was the way. So maybe this is not a new area, unless they just put this in between that room and that room. See what else is here. Oh, it's getting darker. That's not good. Oh, I think this is one of the new areas they added in the previous update, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I think it is. How'd I get this to work on my computer? I get people like emailing me being like, how do I make the game work? And it's like, I made a tutorial how to do it, and they're like, yeah, well, that didn't work. Well, if that didn't work, I don't know what to tell you. I just made my system locale Japanese, and then I played it. There are guides you can find online that'll explain it to you. I don't think I went down this way yet. Ooh, it's a door. I hit the wrong button. Can I go in there? Is the door not open? Hello? Let's try the pipe. Okay, weird. Try going right. Doesn't seem to be anything else here. Okay. Try black hoodie on the door? Would that do anything? Like, most of the effects in this game are just cosmetic. They don't actually do anything. Yeah, that didn't do anything. Why would that do anything? What about the guys in the like the new dudes that are hanging out in that like hallway? They're dressed in black. Maybe that's why the black hoodie was moved there. You need to use that to like be like, yeah, I'm one of the guys, like a disguise sort of thing. Maybe, I don't know. What happens if you pipe the fleshy guys? They just die. That's all. Nothing too exciting. All right, let's get back to that area and use the gun. Is a gun to shoot the lock? It doesn't work that way. Like I'm like 2,000% sure you can't do that. Like the gun effect, just like she does an animation where she fires it into the air. You can't do anything else with it. There's like a blood stain here. Does like a door appear here sometimes? I feel like a door is there sometimes. Maybe I'm wrong. Yeah, I feel what you mean though. Like using random effects and random spots, because that's like the kind of thing with this game. Yume Nikki more so than like most, or Yume Tuki does that a lot. Like in Yume Tuki, there's a lot of effects that just like kind of trigger random animations from different characters in different rooms, which I like because there's so many of these games where so many effects are completely unused, and it's like, what's the point of all this? Will I play Bloodstained? Probably not. I don't really care much for, like, Castlevania games, or Metroidvania games. I'm huge into them. I like the Metroid-style games. I'm not too big into, like, the more Castlevania ones. Yes, 2,000%. That means I am certain 20 times over. Was it in here? No, it was, like, it was to the right. God, how did I get there? Is that it? No. Oh, that's just the dress effect. I don't remember where I went. Oh, I was... Oh, excuse me. I was looking through the staircase. I already looped the map. It's not a big map. Oh, I get the hiccups. Okay. Where is it? There it is. Okay, okay. Tuki gets updates quite often. Does that game still get updated? Because I know that game was never technically finished. They're like always adding stuff to that thing. But I mean, there's like a lot of people working on it is why. Okay, let's see if anything happens. If nothing happens, I'm going to be mad at whoever suggested me to do this. The guy moved. I think the guy moved a little bit. Maybe I'm wrong. Oh, she reloads. I didn't even know that. Well, nothing's happening. So, that was a fucking waste of time. Wonder if there's anything else I can do that on. Nope. Come back being rust. Oh, that would require getting like all the effects though. I don't want to do all that. It's a lot of work. It'd take hours. I just wanted to see what was like in the update. I'm not gonna like beat this game. Let's go back over here and see if the gun will do anything. People are saying the tub, touch the tub. Like the tub the guy was in, or the tub that was in the way? Because there's like more than one tub. Okay, I'm going to the tub. Everybody's freaking out about the tub. Okay, okay. Do I have to have nothing equipped? I swear to God, if nothing happens, I'm going to be so mad at you guys. Okay, let's see. I'm assuming you meant this one over here. Oh, wrong way. Okay, broom. Oh! Okay. The guy looks at you from shooting the gun. That's interesting. So, I see. So, the guy did move a bit, like... Yeah, that's him turning his head back. He's like, you know what you fuck? What are you doing? Alright, let's fire it again. And now I'm gonna equip the hoodie. Damn. Okay, well that was kind of underwhelming. I was hoping that something would actually happen, like I would be able to get over there and see what they're doing. It looks like they are wearing hoodies though. I feel like I gotta be able to do something with this hoodie here. According to the wiki, that is Smile. Interesting. Oh, that could be, yeah. At like a different point in time. Maybe that's what Smile always was. Like, he was one of these, like, evil facility guys that, like, made friends with Sabitsuki. Just use the gun again? I did, and it didn't do anything. This guy. This guy. This guy. This guy. Can I break the TV? Iron pipe. Nope. I swear, this guy's got to do something. Nope. Ever see the Sabitsuki's reflection in the psychedelic room? It's not new content, but it's cool. I don't know. Again, I haven't played this game in like 5 years, so I probably saw it, but I just don't remember. Didn't he have cross marks on his eyes? Yeah, but that might be before that happened. What mic am I using? I'm using a Samson G-Track. Recently, I used to use a Samson CO1U, and that, like, I started having problems with that recently. It started, like, breaking. I'm surprised it lasted as long as it did, because, like, I dropped the thing a bunch. So I figured, like, I'm just gonna get, like, another Samson, just because I know that works. And I got a G-Track. It's not like an amazing microphone, but I mean, it sounds about the same as my previous microphone, so whatever, it's good enough for me. Yeah, so I think that might be it for the update. I don't know unless anybody else knows if there's anything else here. What am I drinking? Oh, I'm just drinking a cup of coffee. I didn't get a whole lot of sleep last night, and I didn't want to be like, hey guys, I'm streaming, and I'm really tired. No, I needed a little bit of caffeine in me. Just to be able to function, so I just got a small coffee. I don't usually drink coffee much. I only ever drink coffee if I usually when I want to either write or edit, and I guess if I want to live stream, and I'm like, I just need a little bit more energy to do that. I guess like coffee is kind of my substitute for energy drinks. Like I never drink energy drinks; they're awful for you. I just drink coffee in its place. Like if I need it, I'll just get a small coffee. Have I read the Dot Flow manga? I did not know there was a manga. Maybe I did and forgot. But I mean, that's interesting. I'm assuming that's written by LOL. How do I like my coffee? I get a large double with milk just because that's like I'm not a coffee drinker. That's just what my mom always ordered. So I'm like, that's what I know to say to the people at Tim's. I know that phrase is not going to make much sense to anybody in the U.S., but that's what you say to order coffee here. When I was in New Jersey, I went to Starbucks and asked for a large double-double with milk, and they were like, what the fuck are you saying to me? And I was like, I felt like an idiot. Come on. Oh, no, he got me. Ah! Alright, let's wake up. So is that it? Is that all there is? Yeah, I know there's a Tim's in Michigan. My friend Mark lives in Michigan, and he gets Tim's sometimes. But I mean, like, that's close to the border, right? I don't even think you would order coffee like that. Yeah, like, if you don't drink coffee, a double-double with milk, that's just two milk, two sugar, you know? If you're not an experienced coffee drinker, you're going to want something that doesn't taste like bittery barf. You know, I know there's like those pretentious coffee drinkers that are like, that's a weak coffee. Like my friend Lucas is like that. It's like, fuck off. I don't want to drink something that tastes like poop. Like if I drank coffee like every day like some people do and I got used to it, I probably could do that. I'm going to save actually. Oh, I guess I'm like, oh, I guess I am going to save. Okay. I don't like drinking a lot of coffee, though. That's why I always get smalls. I don't even remember what the minigame in this is. Don't you, like, play as a cat and you get fish? Yeah, that's exactly what it is. Alright. This game sucks. You play for 2 seconds. Have I ever played the Space Funeral fan games? I played one for, like, 5 seconds just for B-roll, I think, when I was doing the off video. But I've never, like, seriously played one. I know there's a bunch of them, but I don't know if I, like, care enough about Space Funeral right now to, like, look into them. Maybe sometime eventually. Space Funeral would be a good game to revisit, because, like, when I reviewed it, like, years ago, I went into it with a stupid mindset where I'm like, this is a creepy game that's really smart and blah, blah, blah. No, that game's like a comedy. It is a parody, and I treated it like it wasn't one. I feel like an idiot for doing that. So I feel like I should, like, give it another look sometime. But, I mean, again, like, there's a lot of old videos I want to remake. But, I mean, part of me wants to do that. Another part of me just wants to be, like, I just rather focus on making new stuff, man. There's a ghost effect. Watering can. That's not the ghost effect at all. Why is the ghost give you a watering can? That is not a ghost. What? Why? Okay. That's not what I thought was going to happen at all. Ever tried a cappuccino? No. I'm not a... Don't care enough about drinking coffee to, like, try the different coffees. What else can we do here? I don't even know if there's any, like, other worlds I can access from here. So, I'm going to ask again, does anybody in the chat know if that is indeed all of the new content that was added? Like, did I see everything? What is that spooky looking dude? Ever tried dumping coffee into a pothole and slurping it out? What fucking planet do you live on? Where do you live where you see people doing that? What are you talking about? It's my favorite citrus soda. I don't really drink soda anymore, because it's, like, not good for you. But I used to drink Orange Crush sometime, but I mean, that's pretty much it. One new area and an effect location change, so yeah. So that's it. Okay, I guess that's it. I guess I can, like, wander around a little bit and hang out with you guys a little longer, but I mean, that's it then. Probably end the stream in, like, a little bit. Man, this area screwed me up so much when I first played this thing. Like, I remember screaming and leaving the room. Like, you see that big thing and it's like, what did I just look at? It is so much, like, visual nonsense. I guess it's supposed to be, like, some, like, computer-looking thing, but it's, like, all rusty and, like, arachnid-like, and... God, it's scary looking. You really wish Yumaniki would ever be updated. I mean, that they never even released 1.0. It's technically not done, according to, like, the version lingo. I've actually had, like, a lot of nightmares about playing Yumaniki fan games. It's kind of like a recurring nightmare I have, like, a couple of times a year. I've been getting them for, like, years, but, like... Oh, excuse me. Basically, like, I'm just playing... It's always either .flow or it's, like, a brand new fan game. And I get to, like, an area where, like, I just enter a room and there's something, like that big thing. It's just some big thing that's, like, unfathomably... How do you say that word? Unbelievably, like, terrifying. It's, like... visually, it's not even, like disturbing a thing to look at. It's just, like, some shape. But, like, my brain interprets it as if, like, they just found the switch that, like, the I'm scared switch and turned it up, like, all the way. And for some reason, it's, like, awful and terrifying. And there's been times when, like, that's happened where I try to scream so loud in the dream that I'll make my, like, real body in real life scream so somebody will come help me. It's kind of messed up. But that's happened to me a couple of times, and it's, like, it's never a good time. It's weird shit. I always thought the music in this place sounded like the factory theme from Earthbound. Which is interesting. I'm back out. I know there's a way to get to another room through this. Have I ever had sleep paralysis? Dude. I've had old hag syndrome 4 times in my life. And that's something I'm going to, like, talk about in detail when I finally do a video on LSD Dream Emulator, because I know the Gray Man is based on old hag syndrome. But basically, old hag syndrome, for those that don't know, if you wake up with sleep paralysis and you're facing, like, an entryway to your room, like a door, like a closet door or, like, a window or something, because it's, like, I think I read that it, like, stems from, like, the basic human fear of somebody, like, intruding on your territory. So, like, if you wake up with sleep paralysis and you're facing, like, a doorway, you might hallucinate somebody in your room, like, briefly. And it's happened to me 4 times in my life. The first time I woke up, I was facing my closet, and for, like, half a second, I saw, like, this really tall dude in, like, a black suit with, like, a black hat. He looked like Major Tote, I think his name was, from Raiders of the Lost Ark. And he was holding a briefcase. He was just, like, smiling at me, standing in my closet doorway. And it was scary, but, I mean, like, this happened, like, a while after my friend told me about old hag syndrome, so I was like, oh, I know what that was, so it wasn't too scary. The second time it happened was, like, probably a couple months later. It was the exact same thing, except, like, my room was darker because it was the winter now. So I was waking up for college in the morning, and, like, the room was, like, pitch black, but I just saw him, like, halfway across the room closer to me, and that was freaky. Third time it happened is really difficult to explain. I had my tripod left out from filming a NITROSTREAM episode. This is probably back in, like, 2015, shortly after I started the channel. And I woke up facing a tripod, and it was like a naked man from, like, torso up, like just like a shirtless upper torso of, like, a bald guy, like, as if the tripod was his legs, like, just, like, torso up, like, severed body sitting on top of the tripod with his arms are kind of, like, stretched out a little bit, like he was ready to, like grab something, but he was facing away from me. He was facing the window, and he whipped around and looked at me and then disappeared. It was, like, the scariest fucking thing I've ever seen. That was years and years and years ago. The last time I had old hag syndrome was, like, 2 weeks ago. It was the first time I had it in so long, and it was the weirdest thing I've ever had happen in my life. I had a dream that I was just in my bedroom talking to Brady. And when I woke up, the dream was still going, and I saw myself in my office chair where I was in the dream, still talking to Brady. It was like I woke up and the dream continued and just went to a different angle, and I saw that for, like, a second, and then it disappeared. It was weird. But since I know the Gray Man and LSD Dream Emulator is based on that, because, like, it's called old hag syndrome because the 2 most common things people, like, hallucinate is either a guy in a black suit and a black hat, which is what I saw the first time, and what Gray Man is, or an old woman, which is where old hag comes from. That's the old hag or whatever. And since there's, like, a thing based on that in the game, like, I want to recreate those experiences, like get, like, a friend to dress up and, like, film what happened and kind of like edit it so it looks like a weird dream sequence. And that'll be like a really cool thing to kind of explain. What's my opinion on Home, the off-fan game? I've actually never played any off-fan games, I don't think. I might have played like one briefly just for footage for a video, maybe, but I've never like seriously committed to playing any of them. I really need to get around to doing an LSD Dream Emulator episode, because, like, I have a physical copy of that, like, when I first started working at Shoppers years ago after I graduated college, like, I bought that with my first paycheck, because I'm like, in 5 years, this is going to be too expensive to buy. And it is. It's like $1,000 now. It was like $200 when I bought it. And I don't think anyone's, like, properly done a real video on that. Like, I think Kadikarus is, like, the only popular guy who's did a video on that game, and, like, all he says is, like, this game is pretty weird. Why'd they make this? You know, he doesn't really go into, like, the dream psychology is based off of. If I had the chance, would I direct a horror game? Thank you for the donation. I don't know if I could, like, direct a horror game. Maybe. I feel like there's a lot of things that scare, like, I have, like, a lot of weird personal fears, like, based on, like, my dreams and stuff. And I feel like I've played enough horror games to kind of like get an idea of like what makes me scared without being cheap about it. So maybe that could be something I do. But I mean, I don't know anything about like programming and like actual game design to be able to do that. But I mean, if I could do that, I would definitely do that. Like if I ever made a game, it would either be a platformer or a horror game. Isn't there an effect here? It's just a looping screen. There's got to be an effect here. But I used to play like the absolute crap out of LSD Dream Emulator in high school, because they added it to the Japanese PlayStation Store, and my friend and we bought a like I think 1,000 yen PlayStation card off of eBay so we could buy it. And it actually emulates properly on PS3, unlike like playing it on an emulator. There's like a lot of graphical issues and glitches that you look at it, like the water's flashing and like some things are just wrong, and you look at it, you immediately know it's being emulated. And it was interesting seeing that, because I used to play it emulated, then I played it on PS3, and I'm like, oh, this is different. And I've played my physical copy on a PS1, and like it does play the same way that it plays on a PS3. Horror platformer. You gotta fight your others' nightmare. You gotta go fight your /others' nightmares. Oh, I see what you mean. That would be interesting. I don't know if like a horror platformer I could really be like that scary. I feel like platforming as a genre doesn't really lend itself to being like spooky. I mean, you could probably make that work, but that's not kind of what I imagine when I think of like making a scary game. I am lost. Wake up. The neat thing about graphical glitches in emulated LSD is that it can kind of add to the experience. Why is my TV on? Did I turn that on before I went to... Freaky. I think I did. Yeah, that's another thing that, like, I have recurring, like, nightmares about, is, like, man, this is something I haven't thought about in a while, but I used to get, like, dreams where I would be playing a game that, like, it's always a game I know absolutely inside out, that I know I've 100%ed countless times, and I know I've seen every bit of content there is in there, so it's like I'm not going into this, and there's no mysteries to it. I know everything about it, and it's usually Mario 64. But I'll, like, play the game and something not right happens. Like, I've had dreams where, like, I'm in the courtyard and I walk up to, like, the bridge to go into the castle, but, like, Princess Peach's model is just standing there and she just stares at you. And that's freaky as hell. And I've had dreams where, like, I go into the courtyard, but the whole thing is water and it's all flooded and you can't, like, do anything with it. And I'm like, why is the game like this? And it's just like, unsettling. It's like, why is this thing that I'm so familiar with acting in a way that it shouldn't be, you know? I used to get nightmares where, like, the game wouldn't turn off. Like, I would hit the switch and I would, like, unplug it. And I know that sounds like very creepypasta bullshit, but I mean, I used to get dreams that, like, it would do that. And I was like, oh my god. Why won't you do what I tell you to? I know that there's, like, a 1 in 3 chance of this being a thing, and that brings you to, like, the school event. That's a thing. I think you need the ghost effect to do it, though. Otherwise, the Kaibutsu just get you because they're too fast. Yeah, I think you do need that because there's one that's just like lightning quick and you can't get past them without it. I know those hands bring me somewhere, but I'm going to see if there's anywhere else I can find. You've had several dreams about Rule of Rose. Interesting. That would be like a freaky game to have dreams based on. What do I think of my older videos? I think they're all garbage. Any video where I have like zits or braces, I can't even look at it. It's like, oh my god. I used to talk with like such a fucking lisp. Ugh. Like somebody commented on Rough Trigger recently and I like clicked to that video and I have like this big zit on my forehead. It's like, oh my god. My complexion was so bad in like college. Mono eye. Forgot about that one. I guess it would make sense. You get, like, the eye effect in the eye world. What was my first reaction to Dot Flow's events when I first experienced them? This would have been in high school. Probably 11th grade. I thought a lot of them were really freaky. Like, the first time, like, the bar Kaibutsu, where, like, you hit him with the iron pipe. And he's, like, the only enemy in the entire game that, like, actually retaliates. That, like, scared the shit out of me. Alright, let's go this way. Yeah, the ghost gave you a watering can effect. There is a way to get a ghost effect in here. I don't remember where. But I know there... Because I know you need the ghost effect to do the school thing. I don't remember this. I thought there was, like, one up. Oh, that just brings you to, like, the flower place again, I think. I don't want to go there. It's the most scared I've ever been. I got trapped in somebody's couch one time, and I thought I was gonna die. Like, my friends and I did this thing where, like, we were really young. We took my friend's little brother, and he was, like, it's like a pull-out couch. It turned into, like, a bed. And... we, like, folded the bed back up into a couch when he was still in it. And he was like, he's in the couch. Let me just pull him back out. And I was like, oh, it's my turn, it's my turn. But, like, since his little brother was really light, it was easy to pull him back out. But, like, you know, we were the big kids versus the little kid. I was heavier. My friend Dylan and his little brother couldn't get me out of the couch. I was stuck on the couch for, like, 15 minutes. And I thought I was going to die because it was, like, getting hard to breathe. Oh, God, it was terrifying. This was like 2006 or something. It was ages ago. We were just kids. It was awful. It was terrible. This is just... oh, I thought this brought me back to like the flower area. Yeah, it does. I hate this area. It's so hard to navigate. Everything looks the same. Can I break that with the pipe? No, I can't. There's like some prerequisite you gotta do to make that open. Unless it's just... it might be one of those things that's like a random chance whether or not it's open when you like start the dream. Ghost effect is in the flower world. Okay. I don't necessarily need the ghost effect though, because I don't have like any plans of finishing this on stream. I wanted to get something that could let me float over the... oh! I can do this now. I don't remember if this does anything or if you just kill her, but we can do it. Okay, I guess you just kill her. Thought something would happen, but I guess not. I could have swore, like, the broom stayed at the top, but I guess it doesn't. Okay. Damn. I'm still planning on covering Corpse Party sometime. I really should do that. That is like one of the oldest RPG Maker horror games, and like I've beat that game before. That game's like okay, but I played like the PSP remake I don't know what like how different the original is. Corpse Party is like also the only RPG Maker game that got turned into like a franchise. Like there's a friggin' bunch of spin-off games. There's a damn movie based on it. There's like an anime too. Like nothing else ever got that except like Yume Nikki got a manga, which was like I didn't think it was that great. It's like how do you turn Yume Nikki into a manga? There's no story, right? They try to give it like some weird story, and I was like, I don't know, this doesn't really feel Yume Nikki to me. It just feels like they took Yume Nikki characters and made like a half-baked story out of it. You hear the 3DS version's the optimal version. It's interesting. Oh, not interesting. That's good because I have that version. Somebody was selling like the collector's edition that came with like the little figures of two of the characters, and I got that. I'm just back where I was before. Okay, let's see. There's a different staircase that can bring me to somewhere different I haven't been yet. You're gonna get me? I'm not going that way. Go up, please. Okay. Oh! That's Oriko. Isn't that where you get one of the empty text boxes? I think it is. Come here. What are you doing? Come on. Come on. Come on! Come on! Come on! I just had a thought. Anybody know about Dreams? Like the... Oh, I didn't even think of that until I said that out loud. Okay, you know the PS4 game Dreams being made by the Little Big Planet developers where, like, you can just straight up make your own games and it looks like nuts. Somebody should, like, remake Yume Nikki in 3D in that. That would be awesome. And again, it's fitting because the game's called Dreams. That's in early access right now, but I want to get it when it's, like, donezo and out and I can, like, buy a disc. Because I don't really like getting digital games if I can avoid it. Because then I can't lend them to my friends. Yeah, Dreams is like bonkers crazy. Like I've seen people like remake Metal Gear Solid 1 in the game, and it's like, this is nuts how you can just do this. It's got like VR support too. You can like use the motion controller to like physically mold your 3D models, which is really cool. But you can make anything. Like, I remember back when Little Big Planet 2 was new, like, my friend Luke was like, you can make anything in Little Big Planet 2. I was like, not really. You can make a lot of things, but not anything. No, Dreams, you can literally make anything. It's practically like a game development kit. It is nuts. Is that really the only two areas you can go from here? Yeah, Vec, I know you've played it. You told me a bit about it. It's like, and I was watching Giant Bomb play it with two of the developers, and they were just like going through stuff that people have made, and it is so impressive. I cannot wait for that thing to come out, because like you can make platformers in it, so I'm just gonna be playing a lot of platformers. I saw on Twitter yesterday somebody like made Crash Twinsanity's engine, when they made like a model that looked like a Twinsanity model and everything, and they were just making their own levels, and it was crazy. Oh, someone brought up Petscop. Like, somebody could make Petscop in Dreams. That'd be awesome. Dude, I could make Petscop in Dreams. I wonder what I would make. I could probably try to make, like, a little shitty horror game. I should do that when I get it. Dude. Is he the guy who recreated Mario Maker in Little Big Planet? No, I didn't. That sounds crazy. Thing with Dreams, you can upload assets to a massive shared space. You can take others' assets and use them in your own projects. Oh, that's awesome. So, like, when someone makes a Crash Bandicoot model, then anyone, if he, like, puts that up, anybody can download that and then make a... That's awesome. Speaking of which, like, I'm really glad Mario Maker is going that same route. Because Mario Maker 1, it was either you play random levels or you need someone's, like, level code. Now they're making, like, browsing options, similar to, like, what Little Big Planet and what Dreams have. So that's, like, I'm so happy, because, like, I can just search for stuff and, like, just find it that way instead of being like, I have to type in a code every time. When Mario Maker 2 comes out, I want to stream that a lot, because I just want people to, like, submit me their stages so I could, like, just play them. Yo, what's up, Jackson? Yeah, I want Dreams too. That game looks so cool. I hate that when you hold left to go in the door and then it changes, and then you're still holding left, and I just looped back around. I've never played Parappa the Rapper, but I've watched like a full playthrough of it. My friend Kevin... Wait. Oh, yeah, I just tried waking up twice. My friend Kevin is like ridiculously passionate about that game. He was telling me this thing recently about like Crash Team Racing or Crash Tag Team, whatever the Crash Racing on PS1, where like when you're playing as the polar bear character or like the penguin character or something, uh, they messed up one of the sound effects. So instead of like the penguin going yay, you hear a guy go, "Penguin yay one," like as if the label of the sound effect was accidentally put there in place of the sound effect, and they accidentally shipped the game like that. That is so like if you want to hear that, like go on YouTube, search Crash Racing Penguin Yay 1. It is the weirdest thing. Crash Nitro Kart, that's what it's called. I haven't gone through the Neon World yet, so I'm gonna see if I can find anything in here. Yeah, that's what it was, a placeholder. They left a placeholder, and it's so bad. Headphones! Now I can listen to my sick tunes. I can listen to Starbomb and hear Eagle Raptor go, "When Luigi was there, and he sucked a dick." What if, like, what if instead of the Master Sword, Link was pulling his dick out of a girl? It's the hero of time, pulling a dick out of a girl, or that's, I don't know. It would be something like that. It's every fucking Starbomb song. Can I get in there? I don't remember. I always hate the Neon Worlds. I feel like there's like nothing you can do in there. Even though I know there is, but... Oh, I remember this place. I think this brings me to the hospital, doesn't it? I think? Maybe? No, you don't actually need VR or Move controllers for Dreams. It's just compatible with it, so you can, like, sculpt your stuff in VR if you want. But you don't have to do it that way. You can just play it normally. I know they did a song in the storyline of Metal Gear. I watched that, like, ages ago when they put that out. Oh yeah, that's like this line from Elder Scrolls they didn't edit. Yeah, I remember that. Were they like leaving like the messed up take or something, and then you hear them go like, "Oh, is that okay? We'll try again." And then they do the take again. It's so bad. I mean, in their defense, it's a lot of lines in that game, a lot to edit. Oh. There's an effect here, I think. I hate this area so much. I can never figure out where the thing is. There's like two speedy dudes here or something. Actually, I don't even know if there is anything in here. Speaking of messed up takes, anyone see the new Did You Know Gaming? What do you mean messed up takes? So you're saying it like... I don't know. I mean, I'm sure I have some hot takes that people would, like, destroy me for. For example, Star Fox Adventures. I don't think that game's that bad. I think that game is okay. But every time I say that, people are like, "I am going to kill you and send you to hell." It's like, oh, geez, it's a video game, man. I'm sorry. The whole new Did You Know Gaming seems like one bad take. Let's see this. I want to see this. Oh, you mean bad take, like, I thought you meant, like, their take on the game. Do you mean, like the recording? Let's see this. Oh shit, I don't want to stream someone else's audio. Let me just mute the PC audio for a second. Oh my god, I can't skip this advertisement. Are you talking about the mistakes in Zelda games? That's the one I got up right now. In France, Star Fox Adventures is regarded as one of the best GameCube games. That's so weird thing. I didn't know a country could, like, have a opinion. Like, you think the people from the country would. I know what you mean. It's probably, like, there it's considered that by, like, media outlets, I guess. Alright, let's listen to this Did You Know Gaming thing. nothing wrong with that. That's fine. I mean, like, the thing with digital gaming is you can tell some people are better at, like, reading narration than others, because some people are just more naturally well-spoken than others. That's just bound to happen. But, I mean, like, that's not bad. It's fine. There's nothing wrong with it. Doesn't sound like a bad take at all. I don't think a country could have an opinion. You know what I mean? You know what I meant. There's a blatant obvious splice at 40 seconds. Oh, let's hear that. Oh, I see what you mean. Okay, that was pretty blatant. Oh my god, that sounds like. Okay, I don't want to be mean. But like, dude, like, it sounds like a GameCube game when there's like an announcer and he says like each number individually, and then he goes like, player 1 and 2. You know, like it sounds like that, but like in really quick succession. SNES. Oh, they should have just messaged her and got her to re-record the line. Like, that's one thing I see like a lot of people do. Not a lot of people do. Not as much as now as I used to, but when people like put like a footnote in like text, or they don't, or like they just try to edit like that, it's like just re-record the line, dude. Like, I've been really tempted to be lazy and just like do that sometimes, but it's like, no, bust the microphone back out, re-record the line. That's what I do that at least like twice each video when I think something needs to be re-recorded. I'm just going in circles now. The game's called Star Fox Adventures. At least the game's being honest for being an adventure game. Yeah. I have a lot of opinions on that game. I should do a video about it. It's like the only like popular videos on that game right now is like JonTron's video, which is not a good video if you want to like get a real opinion on the game, because you can tell from his B-roll he got like not even an hour into the game, and then he just kind of used like very basic strawman argument, is that the word for that? He just kind of like the really basic, I'm going to reaffirm popular opinion and not really go into the game, and everyone's going to be like, yeah, this thing sucks. Some Call Me Johnny did a much better video about it. Some Call Me Johnny, I think, has like a really, really fair video about it. You know, he's good at like talking about why that thing actually isn't that fun to him, you know? Which is like what I'd rather people do instead of being like, you know what I mean? That wasn't me making fun of John again. That was me just actually making stupid noises to get by that. Okay, boots. Oh, sound is still muted. You are right. Thank you for letting me know, because I am an idiot. This is why I don't do live streams much, because I don't know how to do that. I don't know what I'm doing. I am an idiot. See, the thing with JonTron is like, you can tell he never really cared that much about actually talking about games, because now he doesn't even talk about games. He just talks about like other media, like commercials and stuff, and that's fine. But I mean, I feel like it feels a little disrespectful in a way, where like he sees a video game as something he can bounce his comedy off of, rather than something he's actually passionate about and wants to like properly evaluate and share with people. And I guess it's kind of like good that he's just like, yeah, I don't need to do video games anymore. I can just do whatever. And he's kind of like the whole flex tape thing. That was hilarious. Didn't need to be a video game, because that's not what John cares about. He cares about being funny, and that's like, I think that was a better direction for him. Instead of kind of like taking something that like some people might like a lot and be like, this is bad, but I'm saying it's bad because it's funny to say it's bad and not because it is. Does that make sense? I'm kind of like getting to a ramble here, but you know. Scott the Waz does a much better job with a lot of research. Oh, dude, Scott is so great. I love that Scott, like, rather than talking about a specific video game, he'll just talk about like a thing you kind of dealt with when you were younger. I haven't watched a whole lot of his stuff, but I did recently watch his thing about like the player's choice labels, and it was really interesting because I had total opposite opinions on each different one. Like some of the ones he thought looked fine, I thought looked ugly as hell, and some of the ones he thought looked ugly, I was like, actually, I like these ones. But it was just cool seeing like a guy talk about like here's a thing, you know, rather than a game. You know what I mean? I love stuff like that. Like a Nakey Jakey is the same way. Nakey Jakey just feels so like so legit. Like you can tell this is a guy that grew up with these like really intimate experiences with something he really cares about, and he's just sharing that in like a really unique and entertaining way. And that's kind of like what I look for in like creators these days. Like that level of just like passion and legitness that you can just... Is legitness a word? Dude, I remember when I was in like scouts, we went to like some like competitive camp thing called Alert, where you have to do scout challenges. This is like in like probably 7th grade, ages ago. It was a lot of fun, but there's like this kid from another scout group, and he just kept saying, "That's so unlegit." Instead of like saying that's lame, he would say it's unlegit. And we're like, that's not a word. You can't say that. He's like, you guys are unlegit. It's like, you can just say, that's not, you can't, We're getting so mad at him. It's the dumbest shit. I mean, like, not what he was saying was dumb as shit. The fact that we were getting that angry at it was the dumbest shit. Man, it's funny. Legitness is a word if you want it to be. If you actually care, it's legitimacy. Yeah, there you go. There's a degree of legitimacy and care that comes with, like, Scott the Woz and Nakey Jakey that I feel like some people care too much about, like, being entertaining and not enough about sharing an experience. I guess that's the best way I can word it. And John always struck me as a entertainer and not somebody that, like, wants to share, like, what he actually, like, feels about something. Do I think a country having an opinion is unlegit? God. Dude, Nakey Jakey is pretty great. A good first video to watch from Nakey Jakey, it's kind of a longer one, but it's his Red Dead Redemption 2 review. Mostly just because you can tell that is something he really, really cares about. And it's not difficult to believe that he really cares about it. It just comes off as just so... He's so not unlegit. Your channel has infinite degrees of legitimacy. Thank you, dude. Appreciate that. Appreciate that a lot. Like, I try to... Lately, I've been trying to include, like, more stories of, like, where I first saw the game. Like, in the space station Silicon Valley, I used to watch the big kids play it, and I only remembered, like, the Fox thing, and I kept looking for that game. Same thing with Jet Force Gemini. It's another game I watched the big kids play, and I talk about a little bit of, like, the 2 things I remember seeing them do when I was a kid. Yeah. I'm just wandering at this point. I'm not even paying attention to the game. It's like trying to read the chat. Nakey Jakey's on DDR. Nakey Jakey's video on DDR is your favorite. I haven't watched that one. I've only watched a handful of his videos, but I really gotta watch more. He's just super duper funny. What about the big kids seeing the dude in the toilet? Yeah, that was like the only thing I remember from Space Station Silicon Valley. Okay, this is one thing I hate about .flow, is like, I think this might have even been something that I like praised when I reviewed it years ago, but I mean, I don't actually like it that much anymore. Like, there's only 4 areas from the Nexus. I find it's harder to find places to go. I feel like you don't have any... You know, I feel like you don't have enough options from the get-go, so it's like you're going to be going through the same areas a lot to try and get to, like, the more interesting areas. Bleh. I don't even know, like, what areas you can get from here. If there's any that I haven't, like, been to yet. So, .flow doesn't actually flow. Yeah, this game's so unlegit. This game's got such an unlegit flow. Bruh. Thanks for your video on Anodyne. I literally just beat the game last night and I loved it. I'm glad you liked it, dude. Like, that is a really, really interesting game. Like, you can tell the programming isn't, like, super duper strong in some aspects. Like, I think it only runs at, like, 30 FPS. Which is really weird because it's, like, it's like a pixel game. It's on PS4. You think they can get it running better than that? And I felt like there's like kind of some stuttering, like especially I have the Switch version. They might have fixed it in an update already, but like there is a little bit of like lag between the screen transitions whenever there's text on screen, which is really weird. But like, and at its core, it's just like an okay Zelda clone. But it's like when you get to the game's second half, things just get like creepy and really philosophical and like strange, and the whole thing with like the tile swapping is like that whole like optional post-credits side quest is one of the coolest things I've seen in an indie game. Like it is it is some of the most fun I've ever had. It's like when I was a kid, I had some friends with Action Replay, and I never used Action Replay to like cheat my way through the game. I only ever used it to like screw up the game and try to see parts of it you can't normally see. Like I would always use the like the fly cheat in like Ocarina of Time or Sonic Adventure, or like going out of bounds, and like Animal Crossing was a big one because you could like walk to the island, you could like go to acres you could not get to normally. I only ever used cheats that let me kind of like break the game and see more of it than you were intended, and like turning that into a real intended part of the game was like so cool. It just reminded me so much of like the Action Replay days, and I was just trying to see more of the game, and it's like you just want to pick that thing to pieces and see everything it's got to offer. You're confused with what game I'm talking about? I'm talking about Anodyne. It was a game I reviewed a couple of months ago. It's funny because like I didn't even know about the first Anodyne. I only heard of the second one, and I've been following it for so long because it just looks so cool. I've played it too. They sent me like an alpha copy of it that I played a little bit of, and it was really, really good. The segments that are 2D that play like the original Anodyne you can tell the programming's way better. Like it runs at a much smoother frame rate. It's 60 FPS. The graphics are way more colorful. The transitions between screens are way smoother. It's just like a much more well-made game this time. But there's also like those low poly, like low fidelity 3D segments that are like really, really nice looking. I'm here again, and I don't know if there's anywhere I can even get to. That's a big hand. I wonder if you do like a zoom out if you see like a big picture. You gotta get boundary break on the phone. Do a she says zoom out. Though you couldn't really do that in like a 2D game. You'd have to like load up a sprite map from like Google Images, the Yuminiki wiki. Yuminiki, it's better than this. Okay, Mr. I have an opinion on a video game. You're so unlegit, dude. You're so unlegit. Get out of here. Just max out my erosion count. How do I do that again? You gotta like, I know you gotta trigger certain events like the bar kaibutsu. I think every time you die, well, not die, get caught by a kaibutsu, it goes up a little bit. Anybody played Sultan Sanctuary? I've never played that. Is that like, that's like a Metroidvania-ish, or is that like a roguelike game? Those are both genres I don't like particularly care for. I say that. I like some Metroidvanias. Like, I really liked Axiom Verge, but I did not like Symphony of the Night. That's, like, my one opinion that everybody wants to, like, destroy me over. It's just not... I don't think it's a bad game. It's not my cup of tea. Same thing with, like, Star Fox. Like, I don't know why. I just never really cared for Star Fox games. Like, any game where you, like, fly a vehicle and, like, that's it. Like, and you're kind of on rails and you just kind of go straight and shoot stuff. I don't know. It never really felt like enough of a game for me. Like... And I don't think it's a bad game. Like, I think Star Fox 64 is a lot of fun, but I kind of get bored of it after 2 levels just because it's not really my thing. Hey, you exist and it's good. Thank you for good existing and good doing. Keep doing good things. Thank you. I appreciate that you think I'm doing good, and I'll keep doing my best to do as good as I can do. Whatever review end roll. That's something I think I've heard people mention to me before. End roll RPG Maker. Oh, yeah, I have seen this. Like, at least a couple of times. I don't know anything about it. I've just had people, like, mention it to me. Yeah, maybe. I don't know. I should probably, like, keep a list of, like, RPG Maker games that, like, I could do. Because I always I don't, and I really should. That looks like a hallway. I can't go in there. Or unless I can go from the side. I can't. Unless I can go in from the back. I can't. Can I go in here? I can't. Damn. Have I watched YouTubers like Dark Lord Shadow 1 and Square Eyed Jack? I've heard of Square Eyed Jack. I've never watched his stuff though. But he seems like fine. I have no idea who the other guy is. I've never heard of him. Pocket Mirror is another one I hear. I don't know anything about it, but like maybe I'll look that up. I don't know. There's a lot of like I want to finish doing all those N64 games. I still have like 4 more to get through. Because I'm doing Jet Force Gemini right now. I also want to review Body Harvest and Rocket Robot on Wheels and Tonic Trouble and maybe Buck Bumble, and I really want to do Starshot Space Circus, or it's called something like that. Those are all games that like took me a while to track down and find. Now that I have them all, I've been kind of like going through them all, and I want to get all those done before I like do a whole lot else. I'm gonna make a video about this update. No, I couldn't really warrant doing an entire, like, spending a week producing an entire video just to be like, hey, remember that this game I covered 5 years ago? They added 1 new room. Cool. Like, you know, it's just not really worth a new video. If I ever, like, decide to remake my review of it, I would obviously, like, talk about all the stuff they added. And also talk about how, like, nuts it is that he's still adding stuff to this game after so many years. But, you know. Is there anywhere I could go from here? I know there's, like, that, like, heart liney room thing, but I don't know if there's anywhere else I can get from here. Have you seen the new room yet? Yeah, I saw that, like, a while ago. Who did my new icon? That was done by Kevin Fagaragan. He is a good friend of mine. He works for the Yeti. Most of my t-shirts that I wear on the show are designed by him. He's a super good artist. This is the way I was thinking. Yeah, this is like the only thing I can go to, but I already went here, and it was like, just loop me back around to somewhere I already went to. Oh. I'm still just going in circles. I also got a new, I don't know if anybody noticed, but I got a new YouTube banner. I updated that. I got some new artwork. I kind of wanted something that represented, like, platformers a little better. Because, like, before it was, like, Whiplash. It's like, well, that's just kind of a random game I reviewed one time. I'd rather it be, like... Now it's Super Mario, which I think is a better representation of, like, platformers as a whole, you know? Am I going to review the DLCs for Hat in Time? No, because they still haven't fucking put it on console. When I reviewed Hat in Time originally, I reviewed the PC version. That was a goddamn nightmare, because, like, I don't have an amazing PC, and it can run games just fine, but the second I'm recording a game, it's just, like, the frame rate hits the shitter, and I have to have it on really, like, bad settings to, and it's like, no, I'd rather just record it off a console like I usually do. But they still haven't put the DLC on the console version! It's like, I don't know what those guys are doing. Like, yeah, their game is fantastic, but it's like, they don't even have the DLC on console yet, and they're already making, like, a second DLC. It's like, come on! Ah! Did the Yeti make that clock tower shirt? Well, the Yeti, the thing about the Yeti is, like, any artist, not like any artist, but, like, artists can, like, submit designs. So that was, like, an artist-submitted design. It was a daily tee, so it was available for, like, 1 day, but I think you can still find that shirt on their Etsy. If you just, like, Google clock tower Etsy shirt, you'll probably find it, something like that. And I'm waking up twice again. I don't mean to do that. Yeah, I can tell Gears for Breakfast does not like consoles. Like, they were so bitter about making a Switch version, and they kept saying, like, it wasn't gonna happen. Now they're finally doing it. And honestly, part of me thinks that they just announced it so people would stop asking them, and they're not actually gonna make it, because, like, there's been no news on that since. It sucks, though, because, like, I guarantee, like, if it gets launched on Switch, it'll probably outsell the PC version, because that's just, like, that's what the numbers show. Like, indie games do that much better on Switch. It is nuts. There's, like, a report that came out that, like consistently, like, every indie game not like everyone, but like a lot of them, even like older ones, like I think like Crypt of the Necrodancer, is that what it's called? I think that did like substantially better on Switch than like anything else. That might be the wrong example I'm using, but like a lot of other games, just man, it's crazy. So it's like that's a good way to make a lot of money. I don't know why you're sleeping on that. I mean, I don't want to like. I already went that footprint way. I don't want to like talk about the stuff. Like I don't know how porting games works. I don't know if it's like. I don't know how difficult it is. I don't know if like what kind of resources that requires. So I don't want to like come off as like ignorant. But at the same time, it's like yeah, a lot of people want that on that console. A lot of people would buy it. You make a lot of money, dude. No, I've never played Papers, Please. I hear that's a very good game though. Looks interesting. Is there any place to send fan art during the stream? Not like during the stream. I don't like really pay attention to like my inboxes when I'm streaming because it's like I'm trying to focus on the chat in the game, right? But like if you tweet it at me, I'll probably see it. Or you can email it to me. My email is on, I think it's on the About tab on my channel. Something like that. I am finding a whole lot of nothing right now. Have I played Franbo? I think Franbo is such like a revolting looking game. Like I'm sorry, but like I look at that game and I want to puke. Like the stuff in it just looks gross. Like I like scary games, but when it's just like this gross, gory stuff, it's like, well, I'm not scared. I just want to vomit, you know. So I just kind of like never played it out of that because of that reason. Ever seen Scrap Story? No. What is that? Let me Google that. Scrap Story. Oh, I think I have seen this. Like this Paper Mario looking thing. That looks kind of cool. I have seen that like a while ago. I think at this point no one would hate it if you just drop the game and focus on the chat. I'm literally not even looking at the screen. I'm just like holding right and sometimes pressing up and I'm just reading the chat. Ever heard of Bastion? Yeah, I had a friend that was like obsessed with that game back when it was like newer. I played a bit of it. Wasn't really my thing. I'm not a big, I don't know if I could not explain why I didn't care for it. It's just, I don't know. It was okay to me. I know people talk about it like it's amazing, but I was like, yeah, this is okay, I guess. What's my opinion on games made with smartphone in mind? I don't know what you mean by that. You mean like games made exclusively for smartphones, or games that were made like they're intended to be for multiple consoles, but they like put a lot of effort into making it compatible with that? I don't know. Accessibility is good. I'm not gonna hate on anybody if they want their thing played on more devices than a couple of devices. Am I gonna review the Professor Layton games? No. Why would I review the Professor Layton games? I mean, I liked those games when I was younger, but I mean, they're just kind of like, they're all pretty much the same game. The only thing is the story's different. I don't really know what I could say about that. They're also long games too. I don't like covering long games. Like the reason the Jet Force Gemini video is taking so damn long is because that's like a 20-hour game. It took me so long to get through it. Especially that second half of the game where you have to like go through every level again and find all the tribals and get those 12 like hidden ship parts. It took me forever to do that. It's nuts. Am I gonna review Yume Katamari? Is that a thing? Does someone make like a Katamari Yume Nikki mashup? That sounds cool. Have I played Doki Doki Literature Club? No, I don't have any interest in that game. I don't fuck with waifu bullshit, dude. I get that it's like a genuinely like clever horror game, is what I'm told, but it's just like, it is a high school girl romance visual novel, and that is like the last thing in the world that I would be interested in. Sorry, I'm not. I just ain't. Don't care about it. Was there ever a game that was like 1 second long? Man, probably. I could make a game. I mean, like, anybody can make a game in, like, Game Maker. Someone probably made a game that, like, just ends the second you open it. It's probably on, like, yoyogames.com, or remember that? Or there's probably, like, Flash games called, like, the 1 second game. What is going on? Oh, I'm hitting the shift key above the frickin', I almost called it a D-pad above the arrow keys. What am I doing? I'm back here again. I'm going in circles. I do not know how to get anywhere in this game anymore. Okay, I gotta concentrate on getting past this guy. Come on, up. Come on, up. Yes. Well, that didn't work out. Was that a JoJo's reference? I don't know what that means. I didn't say anything that was a reference to anything, so I don't know what you're talking about. When was this updated? Like 2 days ago? It was like recently. It was like this week sometime, or this past week sometime. Any plans for the witch's house? That was a name I used to see a lot when I reviewed, like, I think, like, Mogeko Castle. Man, I was rewatching part of my Mogeko Castle video from years ago, and I say things in that video I would not say now, where I was like, yeah, because the Mogekos want some high school pussy. It's like, oh my god, I said that. That's vulgar. I try not to make my videos, like, too, like, vulgar these days. Like, I don't really, like, swear in them. So I feel like it just doesn't really need that. I feel like I'm just kind of, like, alienating, like, people that don't want to, like, have the F word coming out of their computer. Because, like, I remember when I was younger and I used to watch, like, Angry Video Game Nerd in, like, middle school, I was, like, uncomfortable watching it because I was like, what if my mom hears the F word come from my computer in the other room, you know? Ugh. Like, the last thing I want is, like, somebody younger to be watching something I'm making and their mom be like, what the hell are you watching? It's like, oh, no. I'm sorry. It's funny because, like, I think the last video I said the F word in was the Travis Strikes Again video. And I did this thing where I'm like, uh-oh, the F word in this game, frick. And I didn't get a single person that noticed that I did this, but later in the video, I casually say the word fuck. And that was why I did that setup later, so later I could say it casually and nobody would notice. And nobody did notice. Everyone only just said, like, wow, Nitro didn't actually swear. I said frick. It's like, yeah, I did say fuck. I said fuck later. When I said, like, because everyone's going to reply with that stupid fucking Reggie quote. I got a lot of hate for that video where I'm like, I kind of criticized the whole idea of, like, games are supposed to be fun, blah, blah, blah. A lot of people kind of misunderstood my point. I got people, like, making a Twitter account just to tweet at me, games are supposed to be fun. It's like, that's not what I said. I just said a game can offer, like, something, like, other than that. Like, when you play a Yume Nikki game, do you go, like, I'm having fun? Or are you, like, I'm interested and engaged in this world? I don't know. It kind of, like, this whole argument stemmed from, like, I think the guy who's making Last of Us 2 said, like, we're not using the word fun when we play this game, and people are like, well, the game's not fun. It's like, well, that's not what he was saying. He's saying, like, are you having fun by, like, watching this, like, brutality? Like, when you watch a horror movie, are you, like, having fun, or are you, like, interested? I don't know. I think there's, like, I think people just kind of think the word fun is synonymous with the word entertainment, but I think, like, fun is just kind of one of 5 versions of entertainment, if that makes sense. I don't know. That's all my point was, but a lot of people just didn't seem to get it. Maybe I didn't explain it well enough. I don't know. Been binging your videos the last week. Keep up the good work, dude. Thank you. I think the word binge is kind of a gross word, though, because I associate binge with vomiting. It's like, when I learned about, like health stuff, we learned about, like, how people, like, binge and purge or whatever, which means you, like, eat a bunch of food and then vomit it all up, and I was like, that's gross. And now when people say, I'm binging Netflix, I'm like, that sounds gross. Like, it's overconsumption or something. I don't know. It puts a gross image in my head. But I do appreciate that you are able to, like, sit through my awful videos for that long. It makes me feel like maybe they're actually maybe good. James, people just want to be angry on the internet. Truth is irrelevant. That is very true. That is very true. I mean, like, think about how many people don't even know who Pro Jared is that, like, hate him right now. I mean, like, yeah, he's did some pretty bad bullshit, but I mean, like, and this is kind of why I think this is why YouTube wants to get rid of the sub count. if people didn't hear, like, YouTube wants to, like, abbreviate your subs in the same way that, like, Twitter does with followers. And people are so against the idea, but it's like, I understand why they're doing it. It's because there is this celebrated hatred of watching somebody crumble to pieces. Like, there's channels streaming his sub count. Same with the James Charles thing. I don't know anything about that guy. I just know he did something that people are unsubscribing from him too. And these websites that, like, yeah, you can see the sub count, you see how many subs he lost. I think YouTube just wants to avoid that, like, negativity, like that negative culture, like that hate culture, where it's like, I don't even know who this guy is, but I'm watching him be destroyed. It's like, okay. Like, for me, the Pro Jared thing was like, oh, that's fucked. And 2 days later, I didn't care. I moved on. I didn't, like, linger on it for a whole month as, like, this sick method of, like, entertaining myself. I didn't jack off to somebody, like, fucking up, you know? It's just, yeah, it's exactly. People just crave drama, and it's, I don't think getting rid of the sub count is the solution to that, but I think, like, drama and, like, culture of just being infatuated with, like, people doing something bad and then, like, just talking about nothing but that nonstop. I think that is a type of culture that we need to try and combat in a way. Like, I think it is way more important to celebrate the things you love than to just bitch about the things you hate, you know? Like, man. Ugh. Yeah, like Keemstar. Like, I don't know anything about Keemstar. All I know is that he's just like, hey, this person did something shitty. Whee! That's all I know about him. It's like, well, I don't know. I mean, he's making a lot of money doing that thing, but it's like, I don't know, you're kind of feeding like an audience that is just rabid to devour this, like, celebrated negativity, and it's just like, I don't know, it's just kind of, it rubs me the wrong way. It just leaves a bad taste in my mouth. People are that in love with, like, hating a dude. I mean, like, I disabled the comments on 2 of my videos because, like, videos I made years ago, because it's so shitty, because, like, Pro Jared was somebody I used to look up to a lot, and I really liked his videos. Like, I remember when Pro Jared was professional Jared. I remember when he was on Screw Attack's podcast in, like, 2009. Or maybe he was, like, first submitting videos to Screw Attack. I don't know, like, 2009, 2010 is when I started, like, watching his stuff on Screw Attack, back when he was, like, actually working for the site itself. And, like, man, I brought him up in a couple of videos. I was like, yeah, you know, Pro Jared did this, just like that, something like that. And then I'm getting comments now being like, well, that comment didn't age well. It's like, y'all know shit. You don't need to, like, shove it up my ass. The fact that, like, oh, like, what am I supposed to do? Like, am I supposed to, like, never ever mention anybody that I look up to just in case they turn out to be a bad person? It's like, you put me in this, like, awful, impossible situation, man. Come on, dude. I'm gonna re-enable the comments, like, probably after a month, but it's just like, I've just been getting so many of those, like, sheepish, cheeky, like, Pro Jared comments. It's like, fuck off, guys, come on. I had no control over that. Ugh. Ugh. Am I gonna pursue you I don't know if you're talking to me or someone else. People are being gross in all his videos. I don't know who. Okay, let me try and catch up with the chat again. Ever play a Senran Kagura game? Will I review one? Is that like the booby beach game? I mean, like, not really my cup of tea. I'm not gonna review, like, a booby beach game, dude. Experiencers, entertainers. I've found more for analyzer. I've not paid attention for the chat for, like, me, like, so I'm feeling I'm reading all this stuff out of context now. I'm trying to read all this stuff now. Oh, there's a lot of comments. The median age of people leaving those comments is like 15, to be fair. I mean, that's true. I mean, I can't really. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. When I was, like, in high school, I loved following that kind of stuff and, like, just, like, laughing at the memes, just destroying a human. But I mean, it's just something you kind of grow out of, you know. Like, I just loved watching videos, like, being like, this guy did something shitty, let's all hate on him. Like, I used to watch The Amazing Atheist a lot. Like, and then that guy, all of his videos are like, look at this bad person doing something bad, let's hate them. And it's like, I kind of, like, outgrew that when I started watching, like, I think one of the first people I watched was like just people talking about bullshit that's like cool, like only to them, was like Peanut Butter Gamer. Cause like back in the day, Peanut Butter Gamer would be like, "Hey, I found a UFO in Wii Ski." Who cares? But he did, and it was cool. You know, that's the kind of shit I like. That's why I think like, again, I brought up like Nakey Jakey and Scott the Waz like earlier. It's just cool to see people being like, "Here's this thing I love. It doesn't matter to anybody but me, but here it is." Like that's the kind of shit I like. I'm still trying to catch up on the chat. How did I get my name out there when I first started on YouTube? Okay, well, this kind of goes back to Screw Attack. When I first started YouTube, there's a website called screwattack.com. They're now Death Battle, but like back before they were just Death Battle, they did like a lot of like video game content. Like they did like they covered news stories, they did podcasts, they did a lot of stuff. And they also accepted like user submitted content. So like you could post a video to screwattack.com. Oh, excuse me. Oh. You could post your own content to screwattack.com, and if it was cool, like they would just front page your content for like everybody else to see. And I used to do that to like a lot of NitroRad videos, and they would like occasionally front page a NitroRad video. And like what was cool about like the Screw Attack community, they called it like the G1 community, because they're like, yeah, we're the first gen gamers. I don't know if that's what it's supposed to be, but it was like cool. It's like everybody kind of like knew each other. You saw a lot of like familiar names. There's a lot of people that like made content, and it was just dope because it was just like an audience that's like, oh, you're like Screw Attack too, so we have like already have a common interest. It's not like you're exposing yourself to just like total strangers. My sister's yelling at my dog. I hope you can't hear that. She's like, go downstairs. Oh yeah, my dog did something bad. But yeah, it was that's kind of where I got my first like surge of subscribers. I mean, I get that question a lot. Like, how do I get an audience? It's like, I don't know how do you do that these days, because like Screw Attack doesn't really exist anymore. Like it got merged with Rooster Teeth. I don't know if there's like any sites that are like just cool communities. And the other thing is like you can't just like throw your content at people and tell them to watch it. It's got to be like, that's why Screw Attack was perfect, because it was like, I already watched your guys' stuff. Hey, I made a thing, and if they thought it was cool, they'll check it out too. And you know, and I got like a lot of constructive criticism that way, because it's just like people being nice about it. Like I remember in my first couple of videos, like I used my camera's like crappy onboard mic for like the on-camera segments, and somebody was like, "You gotta change that," and I was like, maybe I will. And then I did, and that's what I've been doing ever since. Like I record my on-screen audio with the same microphone that I record the narration with, and it just sounds way better. You get an audience by showing your stuff to people. I don't know. I don't know if I really agree with that. I feel like if you make genuinely good content, people will come to you. I don't like the idea of telling people to watch your thing, because then they're watching it because you told them to and not because they're interested in it. I don't really think that's like a effective way to building an audience. It also just feels kind of narcissistic, where I'm like, hey, I made a thing, please watch it. Like I've never asked somebody to watch something I made. You know, it just feels too like, I don't know, it feels wrong to me. I don't know. Shame them into watching you. Yeah, like guilt trip people like, nobody watches my videos. Can you please spare me some clout, sir? Where I got like my big surge of subscribers was when I covered like the Mario series. I think I had like 40,000 subscribers at the time. And I'm like, I'm going to do every Mario game because Mario's popular, and it's still like under the kind of like the whole thing that I kind of established that I'm into, you know, platformers. And those all did really well, and I got like a shit ton of subscribers. I think also doing Bubsy 3D was a big one for me. I think that might be like the most viewed video on my channel. But see, Bubsy 3D was kind of like a really easy thing to tap into, because like it's a game that's absolutely infamous. There's a handful of like mega popular videos already on it, but none of them covered it in great detail, and I want to be the first person to really show the whole thing, and I did that, and it did really well. Especially that thumbnail where I look like someone just beat the shit out of me, and I'm like, oh. I think that was like a good thing where people are like, okay, I gotta click on this guy. He looks like trash. Man, Squidward voice.
Spare clout, ma'am.
I don't know if that was a good Squidward voice. It's probably awful. Have I thought of opening a P.O. box? I do have a P.O. box. It is on the About tab on my channel. If you go to my channel and click About, you can scroll down and see my P.O. box. I don't really get stuff there often, but when I do, I'm like, dope. Oh, speaking of P.O. box, if anybody noticed in the background of some of my more recent videos, there's like a dot flow drawing that says Rust. Somebody like sent me that. Someone mailed me that, and like, they didn't leave an email or a Twitter handle or anything, so I had no way of telling them I got it and to be like, thank you, this is dope as fuck. So I just like put it in the background of in my videos, just hoping that they would see it and be like, oh damn, he got it. You and Brady should do a P.O. box video series. Well, we don't get enough stuff in the P.O. box to like be able to do that. One guy sent me a bunch of like Japanese Sega Saturn games. That was amazing. If that guy's watching, I know I said thank you already, but like that was holy shit. Like thank you so much. I still don't even have like a controller for my Sega Saturn. I have the action replay so I can play international games, other region games. Do people call them international games? That's a weird way of wording it. I don't know why I said that. I can play other region games with my action replay, but I don't have a freaking controller yet, and I really want to play Sonic Jam. I don't even want to play like the Sonic games. I just want to run around in that like little open world. That's all I want to do. Is Yumaniki my favorite game? Oh god, no. I mean, it might be in like my top 15 favorite games, but I mean, my favorite game is either Majora's Mask or Pikmin 2. It's one of those two. I switch between them a lot, so I just say it's either one because I can't decide. Depends on, like, my mood or what time of the year it is. Bubsy 3D was so unlegit, dude. That game's so unlegit. Very unlegit. Control your life, bro. Bruh. What's my favorite genre? Either platformers or survival horror games. Like, more so like the very, like, there's gunplay to it, but you gotta conserve your ammo a lot. Like Resident Evil 2, that recent remake, like, that is the kind of game I am all about. That's why I was, like, super into Evil Within as well. And, like, Silent Hill games, while they don't have, like, a traditional, like, over-the-shoulder aiming system, it's still, like, very similar to that, where it's like, yeah, you have a gun, but you gotta make sure you make those shots count. I love games like that. And then they got, like, puzzles and stuff. Silent Hill games more so than the RE2 remake. You know, that kind of action, that's my jam. But, like, 3D platformers, of course, obviously, I love them. That's why I cover so many of them. Random dumb question. Do I got any pets? Yeah, I have a dog. Worst game that I've ever played that I won't review. Oh, that I won't review. Caveman games on NES. That is probably one of them. It is just like, you ever watch the Angry Video Game Nerd video for, like, winter games? Caveman games is pretty much the same thing, where it's just, like, a bunch of mini games where it's like, I don't know how to control this, and you kind of just mash buttons and you lose. And you read the instructions, they don't make any sense. That was like Caveman games to me. Maybe it does make sense, and I was just an idiot, but like, that was something I couldn't even freaking play. It was so bad to me. I don't know why I'm making that sound. I'm reading the chat. God, why am I sounding like an idiot? Horror games that you just need to hide from the monsters are not as intense as real server. Yeah, I definitely agree. Like, I am so sick. I call it hide and seek horror. Like games like Outlast, I just don't like them. I feel like every time you see a dude, you just run and hide. Like, you know what to do each time. There's no like micro like quick decision making. You just know what to do every time, you know? There's no hesitation. There's no like, should I use some ammo? Oh, should I run? You know, it's just the same thing. And it just feels so annoying too. It's like you're trying to leave that area, man. Oh, I should probably leave an area. I've just been just looping the screen endlessly. Let me find an exit. I feel like it's really frustrating because it's like you're just trying to get something done and a guy just keeps chasing you away. It's like I just want to. There's a point where it's like you're sacrificing like playability for like being scared. Yeah, Amnesia. Like I think Amnesia is a bad game. And I know that upsets people. Okay, maybe not a bad game, but it's just I don't like that game at all. A lot of people want me to review it, and like if I reviewed it, I would just hate it. Like, I remember being so excited to play Amnesia: The Dark Descent because everyone was like, "Oh, it's like the scariest game ever made so far." Like way back when it first came out. And I remember when I finally played it, I didn't find it that scary, and I thought it was boring. Like the whole, oh, it's got the sanity system. It's like I was expecting something cool like Eternal Darkness, but no, your screen just gets wiggly. All right, I don't know. Didn't like it at all. I didn't think it was like I thought the game was like incredibly overrated. And I know I've like bashed it before in like older videos. Nowadays I try to like frame my opinions as opinions because like if you don't say like I try to use like more subjective language these days. I try to say like I think or like I didn't care for instead of saying this game sucks or this game's bad, you know, because it should be implied already if it's a video by me. Oh my god, I'm just gonna I've been to that same area like 20 times. I'm just gonna sit here because the music's not too loud. Yeah, I feel like it should be like already implied that it's my opinion, obviously, because I'm the one talking about something. But I mean, people get really angry when you don't make it clear that it's an opinion. So I try to be a little more subjective with the language. But yeah. Especially when I'm talking about games that I know like are fine that I just don't like Symphony of the Night or Star Fox. Like the last thing I want people to think is that I think that's a bad game, because there's a difference between something being bad and you just not liking it. Because again, I mentioned this before, but Star Fox is just it's just not my cup of tea. That's just not the type of game I enjoy playing. But I don't think it's a bad game. What is the worst genre in my opinion? Visual novels. There is nothing I find more boring than visual novels. It's like it's just characters talking. There's no gameplay, and I mean it's fine if like that is just how the story plays out and there's like actual gameplay to it, like Professor Layton or like Phoenix Wright, where there's like you're kind of examining surroundings, you're kind of like doing stuff in court, you're solving puzzles. But I mean when that's like the only game, it's like well you may as well just read a book, and I never really liked reading that much. Yeah, that's probably. I don't want to say it's the worst like genre, but like to me that is like the one genre I am absolutely like least interested in. Top 5 worst games I've ever reviewed. Okay, number 1's Bubsy 3D, easy. Rough Trigger is pretty far up there. Maybe Torque Prehistoric Punk. That's like not so much like a poorly made game as much as it is just like painfully dull and painfully uninteresting and just like not very. I don't know. It's like I try to find like I like Stop Skeletons from Fighting said this in one of the recent videos. Like I really like the idea of like you're not looking for whether or not a game is good or bad. You're looking for whether or not you can say anything interesting about it. Torque was one of those games I could not find anything interesting to say about it. Like the only fun thing I got from that game was like the really bad repeating dialogue where he's like, "You'll be nothing but a wreck when I'm done. You'll be nothing." Like it just repeats so frequently and it's so funny. Like that is the only funny thing I could take from that game. Other than that, it was just so dull. Like who cares? Trying to think of 2 more. I guess bad games I reviewed. I can't really think of many. Like I get maybe like I don't want to say this is a bad game, but like Kingsley's Adventure was kind of like not that interesting. Like I love the graphics, I love the characters, but like the gameplay was just so like whatever. Oh, of course, Mort the Chicken. That is one of the worst games I've reviewed. It is like Torque, where it is just so painfully uninteresting, but that game is also like really poorly made. Like the frame rate is like vomit inducing and the camera is like so dizzying. Rascal, yeah, there's another pretty bad one. But see, I really liked reviewing Rascal because while it was not a very good game, there was a lot of really interesting things about it. John Burton, the guy who made the game, actually put out a video on his own channel, Game Hut, I think a couple of weeks after I reviewed it, where he talks about why the game was like that. He talks about how, like, he wanted to have full analog like Mario 64, but the publisher made him go with tank controls because that is, quote-unquote, what was popular at the time. Like, Tomb Raider had it, Resident Evil had it. You know, all the biggest selling games at the time had tank controls. So he just had to go with it, and since he had to do that, that did not work with the camera system that he made like this intuitive camera system to make sure the camera would like not go through walls. But since he had to use tank controls in conjunction with that, that just destroyed the gameplay. And I thought that was like such a cool explanation. I wish I knew that before I made the video because I could have like brought that up. Haven, Call of the King is another great example. It's not, I don't think that's like a terribly great game. Some parts of it I liked, a lot of parts of it I really hated. But it was a really interesting game. There's a lot of really interesting stuff to talk about. So like, it wasn't a bad experience, you know? And this goes back to like what I was saying like long before when people are like, video games are supposed to be fun. If it's not fun, then what's the point? It was like, because the game can still be interesting. You know, like I wasn't having fun like most of the time playing Haven, but I was having like a great time making a review for it, you know? So it was just such an interesting thing. Yeah, exactly. People can get over some bad gameplay if the game has some greater fun ideas. And I think Travis Strikes Again is like that. Like, that is not going to be a game for a lot of people. But there will be people that, like, won't mind going through, like, a mediocre game if they get what they want from, like, the story and the visuals and, like, the kind of, like, the more artsy stuff it does. What's a video game myth I fell for? 121 stars in Mario 64. Unlocking Luigi in Mario 64. When I was a kid, I remember printing off this giant long guide on how to unlock Luigi, but I never did it because I was just like, this is too much work, and I never actually did it. And I felt like in a couple of years, I'll probably be able to see an internet video of it, and I can just see it myself. But that never happened, so I'm glad I never like wasted my time on it. That was one. How is Travis Strikes Again anyway? I thought it was really boring. Like, it was okay. It was like very painfully okay, but it's, I don't know. Some people would like that. Do I plan on cosplaying again? If so, which character? Man, I've not done cosplay in like so freaking long. Oh yeah, at Con Bravo this year, I have like a Leon S. Kennedy costume, like from Resident Evil 2, like the police costume. I'm just gonna wear that. Not like super serious about it. I just like kind of bought a costume and I'm just gonna wear it. But like, you know, that'll be a thing I do. Banjo-Kazooie? What about it? That's something of course, I'm the platformer dude. I gotta talk about Banjo at some point. But I mean, that's something I want to like hold off for a while. It's my most wanted Smash Ultimate newcomer. Well, obviously, like, Mike Jones from Star Tropics, but I mean, other than that, I really would like to see Rayman. And I really want to see, like, a Rhythm Heaven character. Oh, I really want to see Banjo and Kazooie, of course. That would be amazing. I'm sure they could do that. Did I ever complete Jimmy and the Pulsating Mass? No, I never got around to playing it anymore. People talk about Yick. Yeah, that is, man, I remember when Yick, like, first got the trailer for it shown, like, I thought it looked kind of cool, like the graphics and the artwork, and like I thought it looked neat. Then like it came out and I heard it was like bad. That is like that would be an interesting video to talk, a game to talk about maybe, because like I understand there's like the guy who made that game was definitely going for something, you know. I'm sure you heard about him like complaining that like I guess video games aren't art because people can't understand that my game was supposed to be like this. There was the main character was supposed to be unlikable, but it's like, well, I understand what you're going for, but your execution was just bad. Like, there are ways to make an unlikable character that's like redemptive in the end, that like you don't hate being around all the time. Like, you can have like unlikable characters that are still fun. Like a good recent example in a movie is like, if you ever watched Us by Jordan Peele, Tim Heidecker is like this stupid scumbag and you hate him, but you love watching him do stuff. You know, you can have a character like that, a character you don't hate being around, but a character you don't like as a person, and then you can still have that redemptive moment. There's ways of doing it that are much better. Someone said earlier, my opinion on your unpopular opinion, best Nintendo games involved Mii's and nothing else. Ooh, that is a very unpopular opinion. That's yeah. I mean, if that's what you think, I'm not gonna tell you you're wrong. Like, that just means that's what you're interested in. I loved like stuff like Wii Sports and like I don't know. I felt like that was like a whole new IP at the time, where it just felt really fresh. Like the main characters. I mean, to some people, it might feel stale because that's just what you see come with the console. But I mean, in a way, that kind of those games was kind of like the Wii's identity, because that was kind of like the aesthetic that came with the console itself. So it's like, yeah, this is a Wii game. A console made by, or a game made by Nintendo on any other console would not look like that, because that was just like the Wii's aesthetic. Yeah, like I can see why you'd feel that way. That'd be I don't know what that would be. That's cool. I don't know what I'm saying. The Mii games are like dumb fun. I love them. I really want to play what was it? Wii Play Plus or Wii Play 2 or something like that. The second Wii Play they made that had like the Wii Motion Plus. Because I remember everybody bought Wii Play just because it came with a Wii remote. My friend Dylan did, and we played through every mini game, and we thought there was only like 2 good ones. One of them was air hockey. That was kind of fun. But the second one was pool, just because both of us just love pool mini games. Oh, excuse me. Whew. Ever played Samorost? I have no idea what that is. Hoping for Doom Guy in Smash. That would be cool. There's like a leak recently. I think it's extremely fake, because they say that like the dude with the broken arm from like the Dark Souls DLC is gonna be playable. Like, no, that's not gonna happen. Not in a million years. But if that did happen, that would be pretty dope. I cannot lie. That'd be cool as hell. But I mean, I really don't think that's gonna happen. Am I planning on reviewing Knuckle Sandwich? Yeah, that game looks cool. I didn't know there was a demo. I don't really like playing demos if I don't feel like covering it at that moment. Knuckle Sandwich is something I've followed for a long time, so that's like something I want to play when it's like out in its entirety. Out in its entirety. That's a tongue twister. I love Wii Sports Resort. Yeah, I played that one time at a friend's house when he got the Wii Motion Plus. That was neat. I don't have like the traditional Wii Motion Plus that like tacks into the bottom. I got like the Wii remote, the golden Wii remote that had it built in that came with Skyward Sword. I got that when it came out. Do I like MMOs? Have I played any? Not really. I find MMOs are just kind of like grindy, endless games you just got to do with friends, and I don't really have a lot of friends that are into that sort of thing, so I don't really have the crowd to do it with. Plus, I kind of prefer games that have like a solid ending. I'm at a point where like I don't really like games that just go on and on and on. I like games that kind of like have a conclusion, because I like playing a lot of games instead of like playing a few long games. Yo, thank you for the donation. 3 questions. First, did I ever play Further into Heartbeat once it was released? I really want to, but I never got around to it, because it's an RPG, so it's long, and also like I feel like when I'm playing a longer game, then I feel like I'm just not playing games to review, and then it's like, oh, I feel like I could be getting something done. Same. Did I ever intend to do a sequel stream to Jimmy the Pulsating Mass? Maybe I should do that, because like that, I was having a blast playing that game, and I should do some more of that. Third, have I ever played Crosscode? I have no idea what Crosscode is. Let me Google that. Crosscode game. Oh, I have seen this before. I think I've had people mention this to me. Yeah, with like the Xenosaga looking like characters. Not so much like in art style, but like in a. There's a guy named Holiday Man, and it's literally One Punch Man but Santa Claus. That's pretty great. Yeah, I think my friend Jackson, maybe it was him, saw this on Switch. That looks kind of neat. Yeah, that looks cool. I don't know if I would like play it, because like it looks like an RPG and it's probably like long. I like playing short games. What are my thoughts on Mario Maker 2? It looks so good. Oh, it looks so good. It looks so dope, dude. Like I also saw that there's a new menu that says like extra game modes, and there's only one, and it's like, then why is mode plural if there's one? So either there's gonna be DLC ones, which would be cool as hell. Imagine paying like another $10 and you get like another style of game that they like made after. Like they could just add endless to that. Like a lot of people are thinking they're probably gonna do like Mario Bros 2, which I really hope they do, because I love Mario Bros 2. But like, what if that means they're going to do like non-existing ones? Like they're just going to make more brand new ones. Like what if they do a 2D Mario Galaxy kind of thing? Or what if they do like a 2D Mario Sunshine thing where you have Flood? Like how cool would that be? I think that would be like amazing. I really hope they do like a Mario Sunshine thing. That would be so freaking cool. Like anybody remember like what was it, like Super Mario 63? Where it was like a 2D Mario game with like the Mario and Luigi sprites, but you had like Flood. There's like a Flash game. That thing was cool. You heard Kotaku is boycotting Mario? Bruh. Mario's invincible. You couldn't boycott him if you tried. What are my thoughts on EA? The same publishers as the first two tie games. I don't know. I don't know if they've ever published anything that I like really cared about in the last while. Like, I guess they published A Way Out. But I mean, I can't really think of any EA made games. Like, I mean, like they're kind of riding high on just Battlefield, Mass Effect, and what is it, Star Wars. And those are all games I never really played much of. I tried to get into Mass Effect 2 and I didn't really care for it. It wasn't my kind of thing. I thought it was like crazy impressive. Like, wow, that is a amazing game for its time. But it's just, I just wasn't really hooking me the way that like other people seem to be hooked in the. You ever do a thing where you're talking and then you like your brain forgets how to finish the sentence because it's like I forgot the English. Have I played Yokai Watch 3? No, I really want to, but like Nintendo gave everybody like 2 copies each and sold out like really fast. Now it's a rare game, and I mean I could get it digitally, but I hate getting digital games. I would like to play it, but at the same time, Yokai Watch 4 was announced, and it looks pretty dope, so I might just skip 3 and go right to 4. I would like to get back into Yokai Watch, because that's something I like. I was super into it when I was playing the first one, and the second one came out, and I just wasn't really feeling it. And I would like to try to get back into it with like a new game. Who's my favorite Kid Paddle character? When I was a kid, I really liked Horace. Like the idea of like this dumb kid that likes like baby shit and just like eats bugs was like really funny to me. That's called a brain fart. Yeah, that's exactly what that is. I don't know why I was explaining it like it was this new thing that I just thought of and I discovered. No, it's like a thing everybody has. Dead Space was good and they ruined it. Yeah, that's actually, I forgot about Dead Space. Yeah, that was made by Visceral Games, who they shut down. That blows, dude. Like, the first Dead Space is an amazing game. That game is so freaking good. Dead Space 2 I didn't like that much. I thought it was just kind of like more or less the same game, but like with more cutscenes and like more story. Like, Isaac talks now, and it was like, I don't know, it felt like, not that I have anything against like a vocal protagonist. I liked it in Evil Within, but it's just like when the first game he was silent and the second one suddenly he just remembers to talk. It just felt kind of jarring. And then Dead Space 3, I only got like I got barely into that game and I just didn't care for it. I would like to play that in like 2-player co-op sometime, but I mean, it completely lost its identity as like a survival shooter horror game. It was just became a shooter game. There's no survival to it. There's no like rationing of ammo, which is what I like about those games, you know. That's what you liked about Dead Space 2. They didn't make any unnecessary changes. I guess I can respect that. I mean, like, you get it, you know, you're probably gonna enjoy it, but I mean, I don't know. I just felt it was more of the same, but like less effective on me. Maybe I didn't like the level design as much. Maybe I didn't like the new enemy types. Maybe I didn't like the new weapons. It's been a long time, so I couldn't tell you exactly what I didn't like about it. I just know that I didn't like it as much as the first one. Any thoughts on that upcoming Oddworlds game? There's a new Oddworld game coming out. Oh, hasn't that been in development for like ages and they keep like not saying anything about it? I've never played Oddworld. I don't know anything about those games. I know I know how they play. I've watched gameplay of them, but I've never played them, so I don't really know. They drop a lot more F-bombs. It really sticks out. Yeah, like, every time, since Isaac talks now, every time he, like, stomps on something, it's like, fucker. It's like, what are you doing, dude? You sound like a 13-year-old that's, like, bullying somebody in the playground. Also that, like, eyeball part where you gotta put the needle in his eye. I hate that. It's, like, difficult to do. and I also think it's gross, and I don't want to do it. It's not, again, like, I don't agree with that style of horror. Like, I think, like, I'm not scared by it. I'm just grossed out by it. I don't really, you know, gore, I guess. Like, gore horror is, I don't know. I just don't think it's, like, I don't get the point of it. You're making me grossed out. You're not making me scared. What's my favorite Sonic quote? I don't know. I've been replaying Sonic Adventure 2 lately. I want to get all the emblems in the PS3 version so I can get all the trophies. Oh, there's too many. I can't really think of any right now. I can't think of a specific one. There's too many to choose from. Someone mentioned Lisa the Clueless. A lot of people often ask me if I'm like, are you going to review this Lisa fan game? I think I'm done reviewing Lisa stuff. Like, I did like 4 Lisa videos. That was like 2 years ago. I feel like I covered enough Lisa stuff. I don't want to like just like milk the same franchise fucking dry, you know. I'd rather move on to like different stuff. Instead of just covering the whole same thing over and over. What do I think about Kiryu being in Tekken 7? Are they putting Kiryu in Tekken 7? Or do you mean like, what do I think of the idea of that? Because that would be dope as hell. That would be perfect character for that series. I Scream, the brother of Fingor. Is Fingor like finger gore? Because that's something I can't even look at. Like, I remember there's a movie called The Amistad where there's like a guy trying to escape from like a ship, and he's like trying to get like this nail out of the wood of the ship so he can like use it to like break his handcuffs or something like that. And it's just this close up of his fingers all bloody and like decayed from picking at it, and it was like, it's fucking disgusting. I don't want to see that. Blah. Do I play fighting games? Not really. I was never big into fighting games. I mean, I like Smash Bros, but I mean, that's, you know, I like, you throw baseball bats at each other. It's barely a fighting game. Oh, I don't take it seriously as a fighting game. I just play it like as a dumb Wii fun thing. There's a really weird RPG Maker game called Change. Do I think I would review it? I think I looked that up one time. Well, let me look at that up. Changed RPG Maker. Oh, that's the one where like the guy turns into a dog. It's kind of odd. Yeah, he turns into like a furry character. I don't know if that's really my cup of tea. I mean, no offense to furries, but I mean, it's like that's kind of like, that was kind of weird to me. Plus, like, if I reviewed that game, every comment would be like, Nitrorad's a furry, and that's just something I don't want to fucking deal with. Have I played To the Moon? That's another one I still need to play. Like, I remember everyone was like talking about that game all the time when it was like new. But like, yeah, I don't know. Still never played it. Just never got around to it. Eversion. That's the one where you play as like a little flower dude, and the game gets like messed up. That was like one of the earliest like subversion of subversion. Is that the right word? Subversion of expectations. But yeah. Hello. Is that an RPG Maker game? Let me look that one up too. Hello RPG Maker. The first result is Jacksepticeye. Oh, great. Oh my god! I'm sorry, dude, but you're annoying. This is videos from 2013. Is he still like that? Like, does he still open every video with like... It's like, it's just too much for me. I'm sure he's a nice guy. I know a lot of people like him, but it's just a little too much for me. This looks kind of interesting. Looks kind of like standard graphics that you'd see from like Mad Father and stuff, though. Do I genuinely get annoyed with the anti confusion? Nah. Him and I just kind of like exaggerate that because it's like funny too. There's actually a really subtle jab at Ant Dude in my Jet Force Gemini video, and I'm really wondering if anybody will catch it because it's really subtle. Speaking of Ant Dude, like, him and I agreed to like beat the shit out of each other if he goes to Con Bravo. Like, we're gonna find a parking lot and we're just gonna fight to the death. We're gonna chuck nucks. Is that what people say? Is that what the cool kids call it? We're gonna chuck nucks. Man. Oh, the period every YouTuber is trying to be loud and obnoxious. I actually, some people, like a thing I get a lot is like some people tell me that they're appreciative that I know how to use my indoor voice, which is like, oh, okay, yeah, I kind of, that is what I'm going for, so I'm glad you think that. The only time I've ever heard the phrase Chuck Knox is there's like this dude in my high school that like was really lame, but he thought he was like tough shit, and he threatened one of my friends, and he was like, "Yeah, I'll fight you," and this dude was like, "Not," it's like I'm not afraid of. He's like, "Yeah, sure." So this guy goes, oh, excuse me. This guy goes, "All right, do you want to chuck knucks or trade blades?" And we just laughed. It's like, what are you trying to be serious saying shit like that? And I remember one day I remembered that, so I photoshopped Tekken and Soul Calibur. I made Tekken's title say, like the box arts, I made the title say chuck knucks, and I made the box art of Soul Calibur say trade blades. Because, I mean, if you think about it, those are what those games are. One's chuck knucks, one's trade blades. Man. You think I should review one of the Mother games? I feel like if I review one of the Mother games, I have to review them all. I can't just do one. It's a trilogy. I hope they put the original Mother on the Switch, because like that would be the best way to record it, because like the Wii U version is blurry and bad looking. But the Switch's virtual console is like the colors are correct, and the scaling is correct, and it looks good. I mean, I don't really want to cover RPGs because they're long, but like the Mother games aren't too long, and also like those are games I like a lot. I mean, I did a video about like how games have kind of been inspired by Earthbound, but I don't really think many people watched it. If I could collaborate with any YouTuber, who would it be and why? It would definitely be Pikachu Master 73. You know, a big fan of him. I'm gonna type in Pikachu Master 73 because I was about to do a joke, but I mean, what if that's a real person? Pikachu Master 73. I got Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu Challenge number 73. Okay, filter channels. Nope, Pikachu Master. I got YOLO Master 73. YOLO Master 73. Oh my god, what a good name. His avatar is Roblox, of course. Of course. That's hilarious. Man, one thing I like doing a lot is like, I'll type in Animal Crossing Let's Play, and I'll find one with less than 50 views, and I'll just like comment nice shit on it. Like, I'll skim through it, find something to talk about. I'm like, I like the part where you like caught the fish. I don't know why, I find that really funny, because it, like the idea of like you're just Let's playing Animal Crossing, nobody watches you, and then somebody with like a lot of subscribers comments, you're like, what the fuck did this guy come from? It's really funny to me. Do I know whatever happened to Jimmy Wetzel? I know exactly what happened to him. He saw my formal response to his Yokai Watch video, and he was like, oh man, I can't compete with this guy. Guess I'm quitting the biz. And that's, then we never heard from him again. Have I played any of the Persona games? I played 3, 4, and 5. I never played the original 2. And I know that's so typical of like, Persona fans these days don't care about the original 2, or original 3, because there's a sequel to 2. But, I thought 3 was alright. I thought the characters were a little, like, too, like, I'm all serious and mature, and I was like, I thought it was kind of hokey to me. And I didn't like the dungeon you had to go through Tartarus. It just felt like such a grind. I liked 4 a lot, though. I liked the characters a little more. It was pretty good. I really liked it when it came out, but like the more I look back on it, the more I'm like, yeah, that game was probably just like all right. 5 was amazing though. 5 is like, I think everyone kind of agrees. Like, you know, I know there's a lot of arguments over whether 3 or 4 is better. People seem to be really divisive on that, but most people can generally agree that 5 is really, really good. What about the Shin Megami games? I've never played any like core Shin Megami games. I've only played the Persona games. I played the PSP version of 3, which I know is streamlined a little bit, but I still just thought I almost beat it. I got to the Hanged Man boss before I kind of fell off of it, which I know is kind of near the end, I think. But yeah, I don't know. Ever heard of Hello Charlotte? Yeah, that's another game I get a lot of people asking me about, but I mean, might be something I look at someday. Someday. Do I main Joker in Smash? No, I played as him a little bit, and he's pretty fun. But my main is Wolf. I like Wolf. He's cool. He's a dog. Dude, you can be like 5 dogs in that game. There's Wolf, he's a dog. Star Fox, he's like a fox. That's still a canine. That's kind of like a dog. Isabel's a dog. The Duck Hunt dog. Dude, you can be a bunch of dogs. I feel like there's one more dog. I'm missing a dog. Might be missing a dog. I don't know. Please tell me that I'll review the Kill la Kill game if it comes out. I don't know. Sorry, but I mean, like, it's like an anime fighting game. That's not really something I really do on this channel. Like, firstly, I'm not into fighting games. Secondly, there is no secondly, really. It's just that I'm not into fighting games. Like, I feel like I could not review a fighting game. Like, I am so, like, void of fighting game. Those games, I'm like illiterate when it comes to a fighting game. Like, I could not tell you what makes a fighting game good. I know people that are big into fighting games prefer certain versions of Mortal Kombat over others, and same with Street Fighter. I could not tell you what's different about those games. I could not do like a combo. I could not. It's just not something I could do. I could not break down why those games are good or bad. Like, I just couldn't. It's just not something I know or understand. So, like, if I review the Kill la Kill game, it would just be like, wow, the animation is incredible, and I could not tell you why the gameplay is good or bad. Same with like hack and slash games, like a lot of Platinum games where it's like Metal Gear Rising. I couldn't tell you like what makes that different from Bayonetta. I just don't know. It's just not my neck of the woods. Is the Heartbeat RPG game good? Oh, that game's super good. You should definitely get that game. Have I played Catherine? No, but I watched my friend Robbie play it, and he really likes it. Did I not check the frame data and input lag? I don't know what that means. That's like, are you playing a game or are you doing a friggin' science project, dude? Like, it's like when you start throwing around terms like that, it's like, this doesn't sound like fun anymore. I have not played Soda Drinker Pro, but I think I watched Vinny Vinesauce play it a while ago. Alright, thanks for watching, dude. I'm glad you watched me play. I'm not even playing this anymore. I'm just talking in the chat. Have I played Risk of Rain? No. I think I know what that game. I think I watched Slow Beef play that one time. Thank you for the donation. What's an IP I'd like to see adapted as a game, like TV show, movie, or book, or whatever? I always really wanted a good Spider-Man game, but they finally made one. Let's see. What's a good, like, movie? Or a TV show. If they made like a Mob Psycho game, that'd be neat. Where you like use psychic powers to fight guys. But what else? Oh, you know what? If they made okay, hear me out. You know the movie The Departed? Make The Departed the game, but it's like Sonic Adventure 2 where you get like the hero side story and the dark side story and they intertwine. That's what I want to see. That would be so good. I'm gonna tweet that. Make The Departed game, but like Sonic Adventure 2 with a hero side story following DiCaprio and a dark side story following Matt Damon. Just rereading it. I spelled DiCaprio wrong. DiCaprio. Try to make a habit out of proofreading my tweets before I hit send. Because I make a lot of tweets with, like, spelling errors. Ugh. There is a Mob Psycho game coming out, if you recall correctly. I'm going to Google that, because that doesn't sound right at all. Mob Psycho game. It's a mobile game. Let's see what this looks like. Oh, these are like actual 3D graphics. They don't look terribly great, though, but... What does the gameplay look like, though? I don't think there's any gameplay to this. It's just, like, 3D remakes of, like, scenes from the show. I don't know if it's an RPG and you watch those animations when you attack, or if it's, like, actually an action game. I can't tell. Did I buy any Sega Saturn games? No, I have not. They're all too expensive. Someone sent me a bunch of Japanese ones, but I haven't got a chance to check them out yet because I still don't have a controller. Ugh. You think the game crashed, the box stopped moving. No, when that happens, that's just like me clicking off the window. Just like that. What's my favorite Castlevania game? I don't really like the Castlevania games that much, to be honest. I haven't played many of. I think I've only played like the first one a little bit, and then I played Symphony of the Night, which I didn't care for. But if I were to pick one, it would be one of like the classic style, like not Metroidvania ones, because that's more so just what I like. I really want to try Super Castlevania 4, and I want to try Rondo of Blood. It'd be one of those two that I would say is like be the one that I'd be into, but I haven't played either yet, so can't really say. Doesn't like Castlevania. Okay, I'm leaving. Good riddance, man that doesn't agree with my opinion. If you don't agree with my opinion, I shall banish you to the not my stream. Just anywhere. The sun. If you don't agree with me, I will throw you into the sun. If I could do that, I would not do that. I could not kill a man, and I'm pretty sure if you were thrown to the sun, probably die. Probably. What's making me burp so much? I don't know. I think I have like a stomach disease that makes me burp every time I drink coffee or like anything. I just burp a lot. I don't know why. Banned in the Shadow Realm. Oh, that reminds me. Anybody see that like Donkey video where he's like doing the tier list for YouTubers, and he's like, I forget who it was. He just goes like, this guy's just going to the Shadow Realm. That got a good chuckle out of me. I feel bad for him though, because he brings up Pro Jared in it, so I'm sure all the comments are like, well, that video didn't age well. It's like, leave him alone, dude. He didn't know. Can I use something else on this stream? I should like add a fun picture. Let's add a fun picture. Add image. Create new image 2. Let's see what fun pics I got. Oh, here's one. I like this guy. This is the Marks DLC for, how do I keep it scaled? This is the Marks DLC for .flow. Dude, I can't believe they added Marks in an update. This is incredible. You can actually play the game as Marks. Fucking never mind. I thought it would stay in the center. That didn't last long. I'm Marks. Look at this. I'm trying to. This doesn't work. All right, get out of here. Anyway, yeah, I guess this kind of turned into a thing where I would just like talk to the chat, which is cool. I like that. I like games where I don't have to focus on them, so I can just talk to the chat. When dude, when they finally come out with a new Animal Crossing, I want to stream that a bunch, because like Animal Crossing is just routine shit. I can do it without thinking anything about it. I don't have to concentrate on that. I can just talk to the chat. That'd be dope. So like I want to do more streams like this when Animal Crossing comes out. But like for now, I think like I kind of like showed what was in the update, and then it was just me doing nothing for like probably an hour. So I think I'm gonna end it off here. But yeah, it's been cool, guys. It's been cool like taking questions and talking to y'all. Yeah, thanks for watching. If you're wondering what I'm doing next, I mentioned this a couple times, but I might as well say it again. I'm working on a Jet Force Gemini video, taking a little bit longer than normal though. I was hoping to have it done yesterday. And the thing is, I'm waiting on a copy of Rare Replay to come in the mail that I ordered, and it's just showing up late. I'm gonna have to wait till Monday or Tuesday for that thing to come in. Because I really want to show the Xbox One version of the game. I'm gonna borrow my sister's Xbox for it. Because I don't have one, but I can't review that game without showing like the better version. Because like if I'm gonna recommend that game, I got to see what the better version of it is like, so I can talk about that. But yeah, expect that soon. Yeah, that's all I have to say. I'll see you guys later. Here's a wide Marks. All right, take care, guys.